Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us and happy Wednesday. This is Valentine's week. So we are kicking off our Valentine's Treat Yourself special. It's an amazing event we have going on. If you haven't heard, we've got 12% off every single piece that you shop for. And what a day it is to shop. We've got 3 hours live from Los Angeles. There's quite a bit of brand new, that the big show, the big wholesale trade show in Arizona wrapped up on just a couple days ago. Was it Sunday? So here we are, ready to show you some of our wares from what we've got brand new for you that we've been working on, including the most spectacular double pink diamond ring, a gigantic emerald piece that is really not as much about the emerald itself in size. It's about the ring overall. It's a true cocktail ring. We've got that for you, as well as some new yellow diamond earrings. They could be worn multiple ways. They actually have heart shapes and yellow diamonds. Looking forward to that as well. And some moonstone. Now, it's not just moonstone in a ring today. I've actually got a set. Now, this is going to be early today because there are only going to be one-of-a-kind pairs, but we actually have your first ever stud earrings with moonstones, and they're all bezel set. They're gorgeous faceted stones. We're going to see those, and I know you're going to love them. And of course, if you've been loving any of our moonstone of late, which has been, I think, most of you, we've had the rings, we've had a couple of pendants and earrings, but never studs. So we're excited to bring that to you. They are, again, one of a kind, so we'll see those shortly here, as well as there's a new bracelet with emeralds. We have a gorgeous bypass style in Tanzanite. It's a lot of new, even some very large white diamond earrings that are your button styles that we love. So all that and more. Plus, as far as specials go, we've got some top of the hours. I've got a very large 12 karat plus Tanzanite emerald cut for you, as well as we will see some of our favorite diamond hoops that are here as well. The 2 karat 35 diamond hoops. These are actually larger diamond weight than our 202s, of course, but in an oval shape in that inside out style we all love. That's coming out. There's even a diaspore pendant. And here's the other great news. Whatever you want to see is here as well. Your requests are welcome. We are taking phone calls throughout the show. That is our number. How to reach us here immediately. It is instant gratification. We'll bring out whatever you'd like to see, and we'll give you that great value that you really want to have. So we're excited about that as well. So hope you're ready for a big show. Again, I've got about an hour's of jewelry, so we're ready for requests as well. We could fill up those other 2 hours with exactly what you want to see here tonight. So are you ready to get started? We got Aquamarine coming up right now, and this one in the yellow gold. Interesting that it's in the yellow gold, still giving us some of the very best of aqua color you could ever imagine to see right here. That's a very saturated stone, and it's going to be 1112084. So welcome into Wednesday. Our 12% off biggest sale event of all time continues. It is definitely the biggest event, and it is the biggest savings. And remember, it's not just you that gets a discount. I do too. So we're all discounting. We're all getting the values you love. And guess what we have here? 1112084. It's our carat 20 now. No mention of a diamond in the description, although there is a diamond in the bail. So right in between your split bail there, you're going to have one individual diamond, probably about a 3-pointer in my estimation, and it's in the yellow gold. Now, the other great news about what we're doing here during this event is pieces are the way they are, meaning no gold color changes on anything unless I have actually more than one made up. So that means not only one-of-a-kind pieces as usual, but it means the gold color stays, and what that allows us to do is still size when needed, but of course allows us to get it out to you really quickly, usually next day. So that means you have it in about 2-3 days at your home, which is really exciting. So that's how I want to remind you that I can't necessarily make any guarantees by Valentine's Day, which is this Saturday, but I certainly can help you out if you need a little Mardi Gras something or other. That's next week. If you want a little celebration of, I don't know, President's Day weekend is also this weekend coming up. So we've got a very special. There's a lot of reasons to celebrate in this fabulous festive month of February, and we're going to bring this one down below $1,000 and not $999. Remember, we've got gold and platinum only for you. It is all about gold and all about platinum, mostly gold here tonight. And there's going to be your request, which I really hope we can get in everybody's request. Also have a couple of ways we like to see our jewelry when it comes to a pendant, don't we? Like to make sure you know everything there is to know before it arrives, so that there are no questions except for, how did I ever afford that piece for so little little money. So that's the only question you should have upon the arrival of your piece. Here's what it looks like from a distance away, so you can see it that way. What do you think? Really good look with that gorgeous bright blue. I love a good aqua, and of course, this is something we specialize in, is that higher end aquamarine that is known as Sierra Santa Maria. So what we love about our great stones there, and you can see that there. Now, I've got a measurement for you. It's going to be top to bottom, about, let's see here, about 5/8 of an inch. Top to bottom, we'll take it on over the neckline as well, show you there what it looks like. Also, to give you a better idea, and look at that color gleaming from a distance away. That is seriously like, it looks like a sapphire from this distance, does it not? It looks a little bit like a cornflower blue, or what you'd see out of a really, really rare blue diamond. Let's go ahead and show you up close yet again. And blow it out, not $9.99, no, it's going lower than that. And what a perfect, balanced, really classic kind of style to get in your aqua, and it won't even be $9 or even half that at $499. We got 12% off everything you shop for, and this is the day. I say treat yourself. I want to call this like maybe it'll be Treat Yourself Thursday. It's going to be our Valentine's value. Sure, a little time to treat yourself to something you've been wanting, something you want to enjoy, and something maybe also if you're doing a little gifting for that occasion coming up. Maybe not again. We'll try to get it to you by Saturday, but again, not everything's going to get there. It just kind of depends on how far away you live. So let's make sure we get this wonderful value out the door, not even $3.99 either. This is going to be our most affordable item of the show. No question about it. And to be able to get gold for this price tag is really remarkable. We're going to make it $299. Guys, I got to say, I haven't seen a $299 discount in a long time. So when you've got $299 and then your extra discount at checkout, that's going to be $263. So another nice savings there, over $30 saved, and we'll go ahead and make that yours. So what a great way to go. We have two moonstones today. It's going to be two of the faceted in rings. I've got a fabulous asher and a round. We'll see the earring studs coming up shortly. They're going to be fabulous in the yellow gold as well. We'll show all those to you. Again, one of a kind pairs, and we're going to have different assorted shapes for you to choose from. So you'll want to just keep a close eye on those. Those are going to be coming out soon, probably bottom of this hour. And then here we are at $299. I'll keep on moving. We've got some really fabulous diaspore earrings for you, as well as the new. I'm so excited about these new diamond earrings. Let me give you a quick flash. They're kind of like what we consider the bigger button style, but they have an almost antique look to them. That's just one of your earrings. What do you think? The baguettes and the rounds in that almost like illusion style that we like to see, where it gives the appearance like it's a bigger stone. That's going to be a lot of fun. Stay with us for those. And then we also have blue sapphire. I'm really excited about this bypass ring we have in Tanzanite, 2 for 1. But wait till you see the size stones here. It's 1130546 coming up next. Here is, okay, this is one of my absolute favorite new designs. Not that we're going to see it again, it's a one of a kind, but it's 1130546, and yet it is so fabulous the way this is done. First of all, I've done a lot of Tanzanites. I've sold blue wing block Ds here for over 7 years. Most of them have been in very traditional styles, rings, pendants, earrings, you name it, pendants as well. But I'll tell you what we're going to do here. This is wild because for those of you that are looking to have something a little unusual, a little bit different than what we've had, this is the way to go, because here what you're getting is that really fabulous oval shape times 2. This is that bypass ring. So if you're looking to expand your Tanzanite collection a bit, or you're thinking, yeah, I've got the classic bigger stones, I've got the 5 carat and 10 carat, the 20 carat maybe, but I'm really wanting something that's everyday wearable. Here's where you get your big gem weight in 2 great stones matched up, but you're also getting this bypass look, which is really inventive because it's going to give you that length. It still comes back to one band in the back. It's what a bypass does, kind of meeting in the middle, doing this great little, think of it like a little hug. It's like your ring is hugging itself here, and then you have the meeting of those matched and mated stones here in the middle, but not soldered. This is not an adjustable ring. It's not a flexible ring. It's going to still fit just like all your other jewelry will when you get your proper size, but you've got this great versatility in the way you can wear it. I love these rings as middle and index finger rings as well, because they do have that little bit of that spread length there. So 1130546 is your item number, and this one will be $260. So you're still getting over a carat in each of your blue wings. You've got a carat 30 or so, $260 total, 19 points in diamonds, but look at the creativity of how they're set. Something of a party here. The way those are set down into some beautiful satin finished gold, and that is 14 karat gold, and you can see it stays in the white gold, but we got the round and the baguette, 2 more rounds, and then another baguette, same pattern over here, and then you'll see it goes right there. You see that little line of demarcation there where it goes from the satin finishing to the high polish. So that's a really fabulous way to go. And look at those intense amazing bright blue and neon. So you got the red flashes there as well. We have one ring only. I love this one. It's a really special look. You got to see it on as well. Don't forget our aqua pendant for $299 is still here. It's not a price tag I get to say very often. Here's what this one looks like on the hand as well. You can see it that way. And then I'm going to show it to you a couple of different ways because I do like the idea of it as, you know, you see there with the bigger stones. And that might have been a little bit of a surprise because I think on the, you know, up close, you might not think those are the biggest stones. But again, a carat 30 here and a carat 30 there. Very impressive the way that works. Not to mention you have these stones set in the sides there as well. So it also makes it practical because again, one band in the back, easy to wear, but you have that practicality of having one band, but still again, lower profile, not one big stone set up way high. That can be a little bit more challenging to wear. Now let me just show you here how it looks on maybe an index finger. I think this one's about a 6.5, so I can work that there as best I can. And then if you want to, you can always cinch it together a little bit more. Again, gold's malleable, so you don't have to worry about that, okay? So you've got a really good look there. So imagine that, and you're gonna get your choice of size. We're still sizing for you, even though the gold colors stay as they are. We'll size it for you, whatever you need there, half, quarter, 3/4 sizes. Full sizes, of course, are great as well. But this one's going to be less than $49.99. One only. And again, so different and unexpected the way those stones, and larger stones I might add. You've got 5 on each side, 10 stones in total. Larger individual stones that are set down within the fabulous gold. And this is really, really impressive. And let's go ahead and blow it out. It's not even going to be $49, $39, or $29. This is part of that brand new collection. I told you we're going to debut a lot of brand new here tonight, which is very exciting. We got a lot of brand new. I've got an oval. I've got an oval opal. I've got a really pretty, the heart shape earrings you've never seen the likes of before. I had the studs the other day. We're going to bring you something special with something of a bit of an ear crawler. And then here we have also, oh, the pretty cocktail ring in the emerald. So lots and lots to get to, but this is just the first of many new ideas, including a bracelet tonight. But this one's not even $29.99 or $2,500. Time to blow it out. We're going to make this one, you know what, let's send it out for $19.99 instead. Then you get over $200 extra saved with your 12% off. Again, the biggest discount ever. So you've got a really important time to pick anything up, including our brand new. How about that? Who's making brand new pieces a discounted price? We are. And while everybody else has to move their prices up day by day by day by day, or it's even two options. You either move your price up in the jewelry world, or you just bring something that's not the real deal in jewelry. You see what I'm saying? There's either two options that everyone's having to choose right now. And it's either let's elevate our prices every single day that goes by, or let's just do what everyone else is doing, which is like, you know, bring in foam material or mystery metals or platings and all that. I mean, even the Olympics are giving platings. Did you know that? We'll talk about that in a little bit. I think that now gold medals haven't been pure gold since 1912. That was the last time gold medals were made of pure gold. Can you imagine? It'd be weighty, but it'd be also expensive. Can you imagine today? I didn't look up what gold prices were per ounce in 1912, but get this. A little idea that actually gold medals, if you're, you know, kind of into that kind of thing, and I always think about, listen, I can take any event and think about the jewelry. Like when that big game happened on Sunday, I'm already thinking ahead to what those gorgeous rings are going to look like, the big championship rings and all the different details they're going to have in the meaning. But then I think about those, even again, the gold medals that you're wearing on the podium. Do you realize that a gold medal today only has 6 grams of gold? It's a plating. It's a plating. Even the Olympics, they're plating their medals. It's solid sterling silver, 500 grams of sterling, and then 6 grams of gold plated over the sterling silver. The silver medals are silver, and then the bronze are bronze. But yeah, the gold medal, you just get 6 grams. So less than we have in some of our rings here. So take a look at this. So anyway, just again, fun fact about where gold's at. I think that just again is a kind of a telltale. You work your whole life and excel and are the best in the world at your individual sport and your competition, and yet you get 6 grams in gold. But anyway, but it's not as much about the monetary value of the medal. It's about the significance, isn't it? So anyway, I still thought it was interesting, but here we go. This is going to be $260 in the ovals. Let me know if you'd like it for $19.99, but remember, it's actually a lot less to go ahead and get that, because the $19.99, if you're not familiar with our 12% off, is going to be $17.59 at checkout instead. Want to welcome everybody to the show. Hey, Carrie, thanks for checking in. Carrie's checking in. What a very kind thing to say, Kirsten. And also, Carrie, thank you so much. You guys are very, very kind. Thank you so much. And then who else is checking in here? Oh, Lydia's checking in too. She says that she got her demontoid. Oh, that's wonderful, Lydia. I'm so glad that you love your demontoid. She said, I just can't stop looking at it. I love it so much. and it's a beautiful gem. You are correct, it is, and I do remember that piece you got, Lydia. Thank you so much for letting me know that you're loving it. I hope you wear it often, and just feel really blessed that you've got such an important stone in your collection. So $17.59 on that one. We're gonna get to some diaspore earrings. Let me know on that. Beautiful bypass. Now here we are. This is pretty. This is not something we see all the time because these are the round diaspores out of Turkey, one source stone, phenomenal gem, item number 1126099. So here we go. These are, oh, I love the rounds. The rounds are really showing off, aren't they? Give this gorgeous gleam and glow, kind of this glittering effect that you've got here. 6099, your number. It is white gold as well. These will stay as is. It's a carat 85 in your color change diaspores. Don't forget, we're only about 15 minutes away. Moonstone studs, a first, and also all brand new in the style. They're going to be bezel set. They're going to be really incredible, different shapes to choose from. Looking forward to that. So we'll have 4 pairs. They're all one of a kind. That's why I'm letting you know now, 15 minutes away from the broadcast. But here we go with M185, 15 points in diamonds, lever back style. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at them from a distance here. Show you the length. Lever backs are so wonderful, aren't they? They're just easy. They're comfortable. They're obviously secure. You know that. All those great things we love. And then here's the length of what you have here. It's going to be an inch in the drop, or maybe if you look at just where the diamonds begin, it's more like 7/8. I will give them a look on the ear as well. And this is a stone, I'm always advocating this is a stone that goes with everything. We can take a quick look at the close-up one, and then I'll pop one on here really quickly for you. But I really think this is a stone that feels like a champagne to start. It feels like the champagne toast at the beginning of any good event. There should be a champagne toast, right? If it's an event, we're celebrating. And then you think about, okay, so it's champagne to start, and then you've got glints of green and golden, as well as then, if I were in a UV light environment right now, not fluorescent lighting, but UV lighting, you would see that same gorgeous green golden stone that would turn into that really pretty purple red. It's like a pinky purple red. So much that it's gonna go with. I mean, that could be truly your everyday going forward earring, no doubt about it. So really pretty in the white gold. We'll blow them out. Of course, these don't need sizing. They'll be right out to you. You can get in a box and jump out to your house tomorrow. But let's take another look at them close up. Get you a better value than, oh no, not even $1,000 on diaspores matched up. Something special about the rounds. I think we can all agree the way that's showing off a lot of flash and taking those very clean stones, which are not always, that's not always the fact. You don't always get clarity like that in a diaspore, but it's showing that off. And you're getting a really impressive look there, not to mention they're not even $9.99. Going much lower than that. Welcome into Wednesday. Glad you're with us tonight. I hope you can stay with us. Got a lot of special things coming up, including a bracelet. For those of you that are always asking me, by the way, for smaller bracelets, like little teeny tiny little baby wrists, if you got like a 6-inch wrist or a 5 3/4 or a 6.5 or something in that range, we got a great bangle bracelet for you tonight. But here we are with our diaspore earrings, not even 9 or 8 or 7, or no, we're not doing $777 either. $699 on diaspore earrings. Happening now. So I would say you got over $70 off. $699, of course, is going to come right on down to just $615 and change. So if you would like to get those fabulous earrings, you got to call quickly. We've got one of a kinds throughout the day. I think the only exception to that rule would be my diamond hoops that I've got for you, and that should be about it tonight. So really, again, or maybe any requests you might have, but that is a very important pair of earrings for $615. And let me know if you'd like to get them. We'll give them 30 seconds. We got to move. We got a lot of great, I'm hoping requests too are coming in. I'd love to hear what you're looking for. I'd say today is the day you treat yourself and think about, even though it might not be there by Saturday, it's going to be one of those pieces that you get a little, maybe you get something from a loved one on Saturday, and then you know you have a special treat coming your way. That's exactly what you want. I was reading a big survey today about what ladies want for Valentine's Day, and yeah, it wasn't really a surprise, the answer. At least I was not surprised at all. It was jewelry was the overwhelming answer to that question. What does she want for Valentine's Day? It was 100% jewelry. So it was really, I think we can help you out with that. So certainly the rare and the unusual of what you would see. Now also look at this. This is crystal opal. I think those diaspora earrings should be gone. I mean, if they're not gone, then we ain't broadcasting. It's that simple. But this is my new opal that I have today as well. Just want to let you know, give you a perspective on that size there. And then we'll show you something else close up here. Well, we got a moment or two to see who's got the diaspora. This would be the big cocktail emerald. The diaspora earrings are gone. Let me show you this. This is kind of pretty. It's got a little bit of everything. So I call the kitchen sink ring, because what that's doing is it's going to be an emerald in the middle. It's got yellow diamonds, white diamonds, and then it's even got rose cut diamonds, which is something we don't see outside of antique jewelry very often. That ring is gorgeous, isn't it? It's a really special look, and of course it's got that whole length of that overall marquise shape, but also really important. You'd think with everything going on there, maybe it's not about the emerald. The emerald is also really very impressive. So that will be coming your way. So I'm looking forward to that as well. As a matter of fact, let's show you now what I've got in our moonstones. I've actually got two, and interestingly enough, they're vastly different price tags. One does not want to come out of its bag, so my apologies for looking at nothing, but that is the really fabulous princess cut. And then I have a round, and they're virtually the same in size and shape, or not shape, but size and setting. So they both got the halo. This one's going to have no diamonds down the sides. This one does, but I really want to have your choice up. There are slightly different price tags here, which I'm not, again, that might just be a manufacturing thing here, but we've got very, very special moonstones either way. Actually, $253 on the round, and then that really pretty princess cut. We're calling it an asher. It is not. It is a princess cut. It is a $253 on the left side, which you see has a little bit interesting, I would say maybe a little warmer tone on the round and maybe a bit cooler tones on the princess cut. But your choice completely here. Come on in, everybody. We want to help you out here. This is really, really impressive to be able to get something like this when you've got a very, very important moonstone that is faceted, that gives you that bright, gorgeous, gleaming color. All the colors, by the way. It's not one color like a lot of moonstone cabochons are. And then again, this is your precursor to those earrings. We're going to have the earrings coming up in 9 minutes as well, which are going to give you stud earrings for the first time in moonstones. But let's talk about one on the left here first. It's 11300 or 0551, and it will be our round. So that's going to be option one, the 253 on the round. Move it over just slightly so you can see all the graphics there. That has got a lot of, I've never seen one quite like this. It's really very much those pinks and orange at first glance, but it's still got the greens, purples, and all those cooler tones as well. It's fabulous. It's a 253 with 22 points in diamonds. That one is 14 karat white gold, as is the other. The other is going to be 1129943. It's a 206, has 35 points in diamonds. So you're actually getting more diamond weight on the right side, even though it's just the halo. You can see they're bigger. So here's what we'll do on either. I'll tell you what, if you'd like the one on the left, we're going to go to that 253, which is so remarkable to get a round. If you'd like the round, and that is a very special look. Now also the side detail, it's got some basket work that's really pretty. It looks a little bit like a dove's tail or like a floral or a petal design in the basket work. You're going to have a very traditional basket over here. And we've got those two choices now. This one, the round, that's new. That's going to be $24.99. If you would like the princess cut, get ready because this price is absolutely incredible and probably a big old mistake. It's only $13.99 for the princess cut. So those are the only two rings I have in Moonstone tonight, barring any requests you might have. Then we'll get into those earrings for you, which are the studs. They are just shortly from arriving here, and we're very excited about those. I may even do them on the early side because they're going to fly on out of here. Very cool. Talk about an earring that goes with everything every day, or they're also good for primary or secondary piercing. So we've got earrings to help you out with your Moonstone collection, but this is the round, or you decide, do you want the round or do you want that gorgeous luxury princess cut? Now here they are on the hand, the round first here. Take a look at that. And there's the round. Let me just put them on side by side for you for a moment so you can see how those two compare. Size-wise, I would also say, remember, this is the 205, but I would say that looks bigger as well. So sometimes those moonstones are always going to look bigger than what their carat weight indicates, but I think on this particular princess cut, I think it's looking even larger than the 206, maybe even larger than the 253. That's how I think I would definitely remind you there. So $24.99. Look at how these, either way, they change just upon very slight, subtle movements. You see how you can go from golden to green in a split second. It's like they're all exhibiting all the rainbow colors in this beautiful, almost like an iridescence of sorts, a kind of rainbow iridescence, but you're going to choose your favorite. $24.99 for the round, and then that one's only $13.99. I know, it seems a little bit, counterintuitive there to what they look like, but again, that's your choice up. So $24.99, or you can have this princess cut, both really rare cuts. And that's going to be only $13.99 for the princess cut. Keep that in mind. Then we've got that outstanding emerald piece coming up. So designer. It's the essence of designer. We also have that smaller bangle with two emeralds. together. It's a bypass style bangle. We'll see that as well. So lots of exciting things tonight, lots of brand new, including that round on the left. All right, so we're just going to do our Moonstone earrings here. Might as well just give these away really, really quickly for you, because this is just exciting to have something very unique and different. We don't expect to see anything like this again. It's just a one little deal. And instead of putting them on separate shows, I really thought, let's just bring them all together and show you everything we have here in this variety, so you can get really acquainted with these Moonstone studs. But this is all we will have. I'm going to start with, these are really pretty. They're the gorgeous faceted. These are like an emerald cut, kind of a baguette emerald cut here. Hard to tell if it's got a notch corner or not, because it's all bezel set. So that's going to be, and you can see the back side there is going to be that post and butterfly backing. Now remember, these are all one of a kinds, so please dial in early and they will go beautifully. They are only in the yellow gold. They will go beautifully if you have any of our faceted Moonstones we've been showcasing for the last month or two. And then we also have, look at this, there's the pear shape, or the oval rather. I've got pear shapes coming up. So here's the oval, and then take a look at this. The final is the pear shape, and they're all, again, yellow gold, solid 14K. These are the bezels. So really lovely to see bezel settings, I think, because it's also just, again, nice and practical for a stud earring to have that bezel so they're not catching on things. There's obviously, our ears, there's, the sweater that goes over the head, there's the scarf that we bundle up with, there's, something called the hair on our head. We don't want to tangle with different things here. So it really makes it easier this way, I think, to have all these bezel sets. Now, you're going to choose which one you like the best. One of a kinds, and let's try to take gold and make it affordable. When that's all but an impossibility right now, we are showing you that anything is possible. If you're making gold affordable these days, like we are, that pretty much says you have done the impossible. We're really proud of that. So I'll walk you through some carat weights. They're all going to be right around 60 to 70 points total weight. But remember what we just saw with the rings as well. They look a lot larger. That's the key here. So I wouldn't worry too much. I wouldn't put a ton of stock into the carat weight here. They're between 60 and 70 points in total, but it's the look that they're giving you, which is so much more impressive than that. And in a stud with, of course, we know bezel sets make stones look bigger. We understand that. Besides their practical level, they make stones look larger, and then you've got your post and butterflies. This is also that size. I don't think any of them are too overwhelming in size. So if you do have more than one piercing, you're looking to create that stackable style, that earscape you'd like to do, any of these would work, both primary and second or third piercings as well. So let's take a look again here at our 4 options. And again, you decide what you like. I'll walk you through carat weights. The Asher cuts over here on the right are going to have 65 points. Then we have the ovals right here on the other side. That's going to be 60 points. Another 60-point total weight is going to be right in front. Those are the emerald cuts. And then we have the pear shapes as the largest. Right in the back, in the center there, they are going to be 67 points in the pear shapes. Welcome into Wednesday. Let's get them out the door. Solid gold. I was dealing with some of the best wholesalers in gold the other day. It was Monday. Monday I was downtown as usual and talking to my favorite findings house. This is where, if you are in the business of making jewelry, this is where you can go to buy gold findings for things, where meaning the finding is like the setting, if you will, for pendants and earrings, etc. And just if you want, now granted they're going mostly sterling silver routes these days, which sterling silver is going up as well, there's no doubt, but it's not as precious of a metal, so it's still not nearly as much money as gold. But we're talking about findings in 14 karat gold for a basic stud that are over $600 now. So that's what makes this really remarkable, is that it goes to show you when you get some older gold prices and you get some magical stones like these are, it really makes it accessible. So your fine jewelry days do not have to be over. You do not have to sacrifice and go to concede to man-made at this point. This is really, really important. So take a look, take your choice of, again, one only. Let me know which one you like, and we will send them out of here for less than $1,000. And again, $600 for the findings. What do you think the Moonstone should be? Pretty valuable in their own right. We've got one pair of each. What if we just really get Wednesday rocking with one of the bigger values we can see? And I'm not talking about just ever in our history, but certainly current day, which is really tough to do. Again, it's very, very challenging without going a route of let's just give you gold platings or anything like that. It's tough to do this price. And I'm going to take you to a price that's well under $1,000. So I invite you to come on in. This is our most affordable segment of the night here, where we can really show you. Remember, we already had a great pendant in aqua. offered earlier in the show. That is still here if you'd like it. Now our Moonstone earrings. Each one is individual and beautiful. What you see on the ear is what you get. I think there also needs to be some consideration towards the fact it's a stud, which is a classic wearable earring, but also it's going to go with everything. I said that about our diaspore earrings. They're also gone. This is another stone that gives you virtually every color of the rainbow. So very important to remember how that's going to work with everything that you wear. If you're really looking to kind of streamline the jewelry collection and enjoy those pieces and invest in those pieces that are very, very timeless and really classic, and you know you're going to reach for time and time again, this is how you go. Take a look at them. They're not $9.99 each one. Yes. Thank you. Asher and pear may already be gone. That is, I'm assuming, if I give them a really ridiculously low price, right? They're thinking I'm going to get two, maybe. We're going to see what we got. Asher cut, pear shape, maybe already gone. They're going to fly. Now, let me give you kind of a generic idea, general idea, I should say, not generic, but general idea of what they look like from a distance with that measurement. They are kind of, we know what to envision with a stud, but like I said, they're really good. Look at that color. Even from a distance, you're seeing all the colors of the rainbow there and the glow they have. That pear shape is almost 3/8 of an inch, top to bottom. We'll pop one on the ear for you as well. Of course, you could spin them around and wear them any way you want, point up or down, sideways, a little diagonal if you want to as well. But I really, yeah, look at that. That's perfect when you see them on the primary piercing there. But you could also, look at that glow. I mean, in the lower light where I'm standing, really giving the glow there, aren't they? So that's what the pear shape looks like. We'll go back up close and take another look at all your options. And we're going to make them under $500. I love $4.99. Come on, guys. It's gold. It's solid gold, and this is the faceted moonstone we can't keep in stock. So it's time to dial. When you want something affordable in an earring, here's where you go. Here's how you get it. Here's what you got to do. And what we're going to do right now is make them really accessible and not even $499. All you need to do is dial in as quickly as you can. We got a lot of people ready to go already. This is not something we've had before. It's kind of a roll call moment where we're saying, I don't know why this one is sticking to my tweezers, but it is. It will not come off my tweezers. I don't know why. I don't know if there's some kind of static electricity going on. I have no idea, but we're not going to, come on, look at this. What is happening? It's defying all gravity and odds here. I don't know what is happening. There we go. Finally. Okay. So now it's happy, and we're not going to do $4.99 either. So come on in, guys. We got a really special moment for you, and this is brand new. The entire wheel. Not to see them again. It's just a one chance wonder here where we've got the moonstones, the rainbow varieties. They're all faceted. They're the ones that look like all the great rings that you've been loving, and they're not even $4.99. They are $399 a pair. You get about 50 bucks off that though too. So it's really impressive to take advantage. Why not get a couple if you want to? Because $399 is actually only going to be $350. Yes, indeed. So you've got that $399, 12% off. That's going to be $351 to get a pair of earrings, which is about half of what the gold would be on its own in wholesale. So let me know which one would you like, and we'll help you out with those. And then we're going to give them 60 seconds and be done with our Moonstone stud wheel. All brand new, all one-of-a-kind pairs, all really important. Did they decide what they would like, or are they going with neither? Hang on, we're going to check it out. So pear and Asher, correct? You got it. So the Asher cut is 1130618. Let me grab those. Asher cuts are sold, so are the pear shapes. Pear shapes are going to be item number 1130617. And there are your final two, either the emerald cuts or the ovals. Yes. The ovals. All right. Ovals are 615. Congratulations. Ovals are gone. It leaves us with our emerald cuts remaining, and that will be it. So congratulations. All right. 351 at checkout there, and that's going to be 614. It is a 60-point total weight there on those fabulous emerald cuts. So that's our last call. Those are our Moonstone earrings. Congratulations. Don't forget we had two Moonstone rings earlier that are both still available if you still need to have something to pair them up with. But those are emerald cuts for $351 at checkout. Very impressive. Let's get to that bangle. The new bangle that is a smaller size bangle. So if you just have a smaller wrist and you're a little frustrated that sometimes even the average size bangles we bring and bracelets we bring are sometimes a little too large for you, this is one I would recommend for the smaller wrist. It still fits an average size wrist. It's just going to be on the snug style. Maybe that's how you like a cuff bracelet to look. But here's what I will do. I got a really big value on a really big gold weight. Solid gold. but flexible in the sense where there's no closure to worry about. So what it's going to do, I don't know if you've ever seen my nail bangle that I bring you guys, but the nail bangle works the same way where you actually twist it to put it on. Sounds complicated? It is not. It's literally just, it's probably the easiest bracelet you'll ever put on your wrist. It's really straightforward. This is our brand new emerald bangle. I can't recall ever having an emerald bangle like this before here, so I think it's pretty exciting that we're bringing you 613 as your item number. And again, just the emerald cut moonstone earrings are remaining. That is it. And please let us know if you'd like that one. Don't forget about that Tanzanite bypass ring we brought you earlier as well. But this is 1130613. It is going to be a 1 carat 66 total weight, so you're still getting good size emeralds here as your end caps to this cuff style bracelet. And that's going to, you figure 80 plus points there, maybe 80, 90 points. They're going to look like 1 carats or more. They actually, remember, they look double, so they'll end up being more like an carat and a half look each. You also have 8 points in diamonds. That would be just 2 of those 4-pointers, one set right beside kind of the back of your emerald, if you will, and it's in solid 14 karat gold. So you're probably wondering, how does it work? I don't get what she's saying. What do you mean you twist it? I don't understand. It's gold, it's solid. How does that work? Well, you're looking at the inside and you see it's all finished and smooth and streamlined. Let me give you a little close-up look at those emeralds as well as I try to hoist it up, and then I'll show you here what it looks like on the wrist. So here's what you do. And when I say twist, this one's not going to just open up, and it doesn't have a hinge at all. This doesn't have a closure or a figure eight or anything like that. So what you do is that. Wait, what? that. You just twist it. That's it. So what you do, and when you put it on, it's going to, I've been noticing when it's on, it tends to sit however you want. You can angle it like that, where you're putting the stones straight across from each other, or you can tend to angle it a little bit more of a diagonal if you want to as well, and it'll kind of stay. Like I said, it's probably best if you want those emeralds a little closer to each other, best to have a smaller wrist. I have a pretty large wrist in that it's a 7-inch. It's kind of an average size. I wear either 6 3/4, 6.5, or 7-inch bracelet, just depending on how loose I'd like to fit that day. But that's really what you have there in that cup. So you can wear it either, again, more straightforward where the stones just stay straight across from each other, or you can really just kind of give it a little bit of a twist and then it'll stay at a little more of a bypass style. So that's it. That's how you take it off. Did y'all see that? It's very simple. You can do it with 2 fingers. So just about twisting, that twisting action, and then it finds itself, and yet you're probably going to say, but it's going to come off. No, it won't. It will not find its way off your wrist. I promise you that. You don't need to have a lock and a closure and a figure eight in a bangle like this when you've got that twisting action that then finds itself back to center. So here's what we'll do is we're going to show it to you again up close. Take a good look at those emeralds though. Those are not an afterthought. Those are not just thrown in because, oh, it's a bangle, who cares? Let's just put in any emerald. This is really high-end, high-quality Colombian pear-shaped emeralds. Again, this is part of our brand new collection that you're seeing quite a bit of tonight. Brand new items, which is exciting. And this is that one bangle. Now, we only have, again, what am I doing? One of a kind. I have one exception tonight. It is my hoop earrings, and I only have 2 of those. So it's again, very limited on everything. So do keep that in mind as you watch the show. As you dial in, you just want to dial in first and fastest. And the diamonds are 4 points, remember those. So it's actually 8 points total. So 8 points, 4 points on each, right behind that emerald, if you will. We're taking a look at it here, close up, and we'll give you a great value. It's a bracelet in solid gold. So shouldn't it be at least 10 grand or maybe 5 on a really, really good day? Or maybe if we go back in time, we could remember a time when it was 4,000 or 39.99. But no, don't be intimidated. I've got an average size wrist. It fits. It's just if you want it to sit like it's sitting on this wheel here, you're going to want to have a 6.5 or 6 3/4 inch wrist, a smaller wrist. If you want it to sit like that, it just, again, but it could fit up to any length wrist or any size wrist, just a matter of how far apart those emeralds will sit on the wrist. So it's really just a one size fits most, but if you want it to look like it does here, best for our 6 3/4, 6.5 inch and 7-inch wrists. It's not 39. It's a bracelet. We never see bracelets like this price anymore. So it just goes to show you we are the leader in values and continue to be. And it's not just values in comparison with everything else. It's values, straightforward, straight up. That's what it is. We're doing better than $29.99. And remember, you've got that big extra savings. I say it's a treat yourself day. I say it's a get what you really want for whether it's Valentine's Day or it's something else. Maybe it's just the President's Day holiday. You're looking forward to a 3-day weekend this weekend. Maybe it's thinking about Mardi Gras ahead or President's Day or any of the big sporting events that are still going on. Or maybe you're just really excited about great jewelry at a teeny tiny price tag. That is the crux of what we're doing here. And the same great quality and the same big values you have always known us for, and we're still bringing them. So instead of $29, let's go even lower than that. It's not going to be even that price, or $25. We're going to blow it out for only $1,999, and you get an extra. It's about what? It's about $240 off that price. It's going to be $17.59 at checkout for that emerald bangle. And let's not forget, we had that gorgeous aqua. We had 2 great moonstones, the bypass in Tanzanite. You know how this goes. It's a Wednesday night. We've been off for 2 days. Most everyone forgets about us completely. So it takes about an hour or sometimes 2. Sometimes it takes 5 hours and we're not here. For everyone to remember, oh yeah, TVON's back. Look at this ring you missed. That's the ring that's here. Those gorgeous Tanzanites. That is also that bypass style with those large diamonds inside. That's basically set down into the ring itself. Do enjoy that. It's a really comfortable wearable ring. Remember, that was here for the same price of $19.99. So that's incredible. And I know Tracy's already raving about her amethyst she got. I know I got your message earlier and I'm so glad. I have been getting so many messages and emails and Facebook, all these replies. Everybody's so excited about the getting. And by the way, also complimenting everything getting there in a matter of like 48 hours or so. That's also exciting. That is very, very exciting. So I'm so glad you're happy with all your pieces you've been getting from this event since it kicked off just about 2 weeks ago. So $19.99, either one of those choices up there, and that's going to be a very, very important buy either way. All right, so we're going to get to a sapphire deal. We have a great blue sapphire. It's our royal blue. And again, don't forget there's 1 moonstone earring still left here. If you would like to get the moonstone, I'm going to go ahead and take those away and bring you this one, the classic sapphire. It's our royal blue. This is a good size stone as well. It's a 127 on the carat weight here. It's going to be 11288692. It's in platinum. It's a 127 sapphire, and it has 59 points in the diamonds as well. That would be a combination of the baguettes and the rounds. So a really important way where it's actually going to be prong set, but then you've got the north, east, south, and west that are accommodated with those baguettes, kind of taken off from the halo down to the corners there, if you will. And we're going to bring it down in price tag as well. Love a good value on platinum. Don't we all? We love a good value on jewelry, fine jewelry. No need to compromise. Don't compromise yet. It is still a time to get your favorites, get the best quality. This is what you can feel proud not only wearing every day, but also gifting to a loved one as well. These are the pieces to really feel really good about owning and wearing and enjoying and gifting proudly. I mean, I value highly what I give as gifts, more so than what I get from myself. I'm all about gifting the best of the best and really a reflection on, you know, how you feel about someone. And I got to say, as a little late arrival, these are always can be, again, arriving right after Valentine's Day or before. Just kind of depends on, you know, how much sizing you need. Obviously in a ring, it might need sizing. On other pieces, probably doesn't. Might get to you in time. You never know. Just kind of depends. So we're just getting everything to you either right before or right after Valentine's Day, but it's a really important time. Take advantage of these values and our biggest discount of all time. And this one's going to be better than $39.99 as well. Big time value here. Let me know if you'd like this one of a kind. That's really important. You know that. And here we are with a very, very, very special opportunity to get it for better than $19.99 as well. Even better. This is really exciting, and it will not be $39, $29, or $19.99 as mentioned. Going to take it a lot lower than that. And just one caller's going to get it. And I hope that's you, especially if you value an important size in a sapphire. A Ceylon sapphire, a royal blue sapphire, not one that's too dark. This one's not at all. Look at that. It's really shiny. It's what we call the open color. It's got completely open color to it. There is not a flaw to be found when you're even under the magnification that this camera lens gives us. And it won't be even $1,500 when it's platinum, and those are diamonds, and they're the real from the earth diamonds and all of that. You're looking at one of our best values in sapphire, and it's really tough to get those bigger sapphires, and yet it will not be 15 or 14 or $13.99. Do we ever have an opportunity for one caller here on a sapphire ring in platinum? And it won't be 13 or, I think we got to really wow you here tonight, and we will. It's what we do. Wednesday kicking off a big week ahead. Do we have specials all week long? I get to see you guys on fabulous Valentine's Day. It's going to be fun. We even a little Friday the 13th coming up. But we'll make it really extra special and lovely and all the luck in the world for you. No fear of Friday the 13th here when we got savings like we do coming up. So that'll be all happening. And yet here we are with our better than 13. Let's make it $12.99 only. That's it. And one caller's going to get that sapphire and diamond piece in that platinum. Outstanding. And then we've got our big opal that's new, that gorgeous cocktail ring in emeralds. I've got the really important, I haven't even shown it yet, but 2 incredible pink diamonds together, and they're huge. And wait to see this style we're going to show you. Then we have a diaspore pendant and a purple Paraíba. And oh, speaking of Paraíbas, over the course of the last 3 days that I've been with you, that Sunday and that Saturday and that's Friday, I had big wheels of green Paraíbas each and every day. So we've got some bigger stones here as well coming up, like a 4.5 carat and a 5 carat and a 4 carat. So we'll show those coming up tonight as well. So let me know if you'd like the sapphire. $12.99 is going to be a lot more affordable than that with your discount. Hey, Judy F., thank you so much. I just saw your message there. Thank you for tagging me so I can see that. Thank you, Judy. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. And then, of course, we have You Got It. Oh, good. Oh, good. Kirsten, I'm so glad because I know you've got the Moonstone collection going. So glad you got some studs. Here we go with our just show and tell piece. This one's just a little too fabulous. Look at this. This is pretty impressive. We got a purple diamond and a pink diamond together. It's funny that they just call them pinks. Interestingly enough, pink and purple on both sides. Look what they did here. A pink and a purple and a pink and a purple. And then rose cut pear shapes, round brilliance as well. More pink diamonds on the sides. This is beautiful, and that's one of our huge designer pieces that's also brand new. We've never seen that ring before or anything really quite like it. Also have those yellow diamonds. These could be ear crawlers as well. This is a really fabulous look, and it feels very appropriate for the week here. That is all. Look at them. There's so many ways to wear these earrings. You're gonna have fun with them because it's not just as simple as let me just wear those one way, straight up and down. You can go side to side, or you can have, I really think they're designed more or less to be the ear crawler, which goes up the ear when you think about the look of multiple piercings, but without the hassle. This earring would give you that moment and that opportunity. And if not, you've got almost like the smile of heart shapes. I feel like if love makes you smile, this kind of feels like your earring because it's 1130606. And if love doesn't make you smile, well, we may need to get you somewhere. We may need to have you watch something other than this show. Yeah, because that's really what it should do, isn't it? But this is really, again, the week we celebrate love and we talk about those heart shapes and maybe again, could it be special that it's 8 stones, 4 and 4? Maybe again, denoting a family of 4 or 8 grandchildren or whatever it may be. But this is 18 karat gold. There's a multiple way to wear them. And obviously if you put them in the traditional way, you might think, well, they're east-west now. I might wear them north to south and they can frame the face, whether they go in or flare out from the face. Obviously, you have that option because there is a post and butterfly backing. But you could easily turn them and essentially have them go up the ear as well, like an ear crawler. Have we seen these looks before where you've got something that may station at that primary piercing, but can, as a result, if you flip them up, they can go up the ear and create almost that look like you're getting multiple piercings without, again, the headache or the hassle or the time or the commitment, if you will. It's kind of like the version of, they always say, don't cut your bangs. You know, just whatever. You figure out something else, don't do that, or try like clip-ins or what have you. This is where you've got those beautiful heart shapes. It's 1130606, 18 karat solid gold. There's a full carat 78 here, and we need to discuss that because when you've got a carat 78 among those 8 stones, it's about a quarter carat each. They're 22 plus points a piece. So that's impressive. All natural yellows. Very, very cool style here. The heart shapes are very defined. You know how a lot of heart shapes don't really look like heart shapes, and they can look more like pairs, or sometimes from a distance they can just look like rounds. That's not the case here. They're really definitive there. You've got that triple that we call the martini setting as well, and so there's a lot of fabulous fun ways to wear them. Now I'm just going to borrow one here and show you where that post is and also the length. So you can see it's a little bit lower than the top, so it's right below the second heart shape, so that you still have a little bit of it's going to anchor it. If you do want to have them kind of tilt up the ear, it's going to make that style easier to do. You also have the ability here, let's show you that way, where they're 3/4 of an inch top to bottom or so, and then I'll try one on for you. Now I don't know if I have the right style for them to flare out. Oh, and they've got great finishing, and then they've got that nice butterfly backing as well. But this is obviously just one way to wear them, but you can obviously turn them on up and have that great look, and that's really easy. It's just a matter of how tight do you put on your post and your butterfly. So take a look at this. This is what they look like one way. Obviously, you can see what they're doing here, and maybe I should hold them up because I don't have the strongest piercing in the world to hold them out without a backing, but there you can get an idea. Now that's flaring out. Let me go ahead and switch it around here so I can show you, or actually what I could do now is kind of hold one up so you can see the effect. I'm not going to take all my earrings out. That'll be too time consuming, but I think I can pretty much show you the effect you would get if you did decide to put them on like so, and you wanted to have the post. I'm going to hold it right where the post is, and then you can see how that would actually set right along the ear and kind of how to follow the lines of the earlobe. There's a left and right design for this reason, and then you can see how they would crawl up the ear, almost making it look like you have 4 different piercings, which is awfully nice, don't you think? So that's the way it looks from a distance. That's right where it would be, because I'm putting the post right where my piercing is. So that's probably how I'd prefer to see them worn, because also then the hearts are upright. Doesn't that make sense? The hearts are, I think that's really what they intended here, was to have this be that ear crawler style, because then the hearts are completely upright to the rest of the world. You've got that yellow gold, which is where they stay. There's no sizing needed here. And we've got only 10 minutes left in this hour, which is our first of the night. So 2 hours left to go. Requests are welcome, not only welcome, but needed. And then we have this fabulous one of a kind. I wish I had more than one, because with this week, this is something that's very, very popular. And I wish we had more opportunity and more options, but just the one pair, they're going to go very, very quickly, because what we're going to do is take them all the way down. I know they're supposed to be $79.99. I just don't think that's going to do the trick to get them a happy home today. And that's really what we're going for, as always, blowing out the jewelry, making sure everything is affordable for you as possible. And let's take this down to an even better price than $79.99. I mean, it makes sense when you got quarter carats all the way through. I don't know who would see that, but anything but a value when you've got those larger carat weights as they are all the way through and matched. I mean, we're talking about an exact match in the color, a great look in the design. Obviously, we know heart shapes are a little more rare. If those were a dime a dozen, you'd see them all the time, especially this time of year. But what we're going to do is bring it back on down to not even 79, or half that at 4,000. Big value right now, right here, for one caller. The heart shapes are everything. The color is spot on. These remind me of that vivid carat 33 I had a couple of days ago. It is stunning, and yet we're going to make them even better than $49 or $39.99. They are going to fly. Only the one pair. They get another huge discount on the way, and we'll make them $2,999. That's it. Plus you get $300 plus off that price tag. They're $26.39 if you'd like to go ahead and get those at that price instead, because why not? You have that value, and there's nothing to lose by taking advantage of that value. Want to make sure you do that. So $29.99, or how about $26.39 instead to make those yours? So a really fabulous way to go on our yellow diamond. 8 heart shapes, 4 per earring, 1 pair only. Wish we had more of those, but again, one caller gets some fabulous value, and 30 seconds left on those. Now we also have huge white diamond earrings today that look like this. And this is that, oh, those are so luxury. Can't even stand it. We got so many great earrings for you lately. It's been a lot of fun to have some really kind of new, updated styles in earrings, I think. So it's been kind of fun to have something a little more unique for you in something you just don't see all the time. So I hope you're enjoying that about what we're doing here, and really giving you some opportunities to get and expand the collection. And obviously, I don't know a lot of people who buy 5 of the same thing in fine jewelry. We do it with jeans. We might even do it with things like, I don't know, a handbag or, you know, something more practical. But really, I don't think we do that a lot. So we're looking for always the new, the hot, what's new and different, what's going to expand the collection. I just don't know many people who say, I'm going to buy the same pair of earrings a million times over. Not a lot of us do that. It is fine jewelry. So you just need one of every particular design that you love. And that design, I think, is also giving you kind of just something fresh and updated, which is also, I think, a lot of fun. So we'll get to our big opal. We've got our cocktail emerald ring with the yellow diamonds and the rose cut diamonds. It kind of feels like a little throwback here with all the little vintage kind of ideas that we have with the rose cuts that are coming out here tonight. That's a little bit more unique from anything you ever see. And just to also take a little roll call, we'll have something nice and affordable for you at the top of the hour in the way of a fabulous diaspore pendant, but that's going to be in just about 7 minutes. Now also have these really large earrings. So let's just take a look at these because they're fun. And again, a lot of people are already saying, well, whatever those were, let me know a little bit more about them. This is something that's never been here before. This gives you a larger, what we call a button style earring, but this one is about as large as we've ever done before. It reminds me of an earring I brought you years ago. I will show you there are two ways. They're matched, but you can see if you were to wear it east to west, I don't think you're going to. They're really meant to go north to south. So they are more of a rectangular design. So you can see the side to side is a little shorter than the lengthwise measurement, but this is really that almost vintage look. Now, I don't sell used jewelry. I never have, never once, never in my 20, can you believe that? Never once, not in 25 years have I ever had to sell estate jewelry or used jewelry, just because, well, there's a whole different aspect that really gives you. And as a seller or as someone who's presenting, you really would have to get into a lot of condition details. And I just like having brand new. That way, you know, I like to spend the time talking about the metals and the workmanship and the stone quality that we've selected for you, as opposed to, which no one really intends to do. I don't ever see sellers talk about the condition of a piece when it's estate. I guess you're just supposed to assume it's seen better days and it's going to be pretty beat up. This is where, again, it's that old world flair, which I think a lot of us admire and enjoy, but in brand new jewelry. So again, nothing against, you know, it's nothing that says you can't make new jewelry with a little nod to the classic styles of yesteryear, and that's what we have here. It's going to be our vintage look in this major 18 karat gold earring. And they are 18 karat with 35 points in the baguettes, or rather it's 35 points in the rounds and 26 points in the baguettes. But an overall look that's quite substantial, quite large. That's what we don't always see, is that very impressive style. What they're doing is putting the baguettes together to make it look like one big emerald cut in the middle. I think that's pretty clear there. And it's 1, 1, 2, 13, 27. Let's take a look at them from a distance here. This is going to be a larger earring. So it has an emerald cut kind of feel to the outside. Looks like an emerald cut the way the baguettes are situated on the inside, the center. And you have 18 karat solid gold right there. So here's what they look like. They are over 1/2 inch. I wouldn't quite go as far to say 5/8, but over 1/2 inch there in their length. The width is going to be just under that. You can see they are about, let me try to get this ruler in here. They're about 1/2 inch wide, okay? So I'll pop one on the ear. There's a center post and butterfly backing. So that's really meant to just give you full piercing coverage, but a really big look, but still very elegant, very glamour. They look very much like, they look old Hollywood to me, and that really is, I think, a very distinctive style we're seeing right now. Sort of a resurgence in that old Hollywood glam. I mean, that is quite an earring. They look expensive. They look like money. They really do. This is one of the higher end earrings we have ever brought. They're supposed to be $89.99. I'm going to try something a little bit different here as we are just about ready to have our top of the hour. Let's go ahead and show you what they look like up close again. And again, big butterfly backing to go with that center post. Solid 18 karat. I think that really needs to be emphasized here. The look, it looks like you're getting 3 or 4 carats in diamonds. And you're probably going, are you kidding? Yes, I'm not kidding you. That really does look like you're getting 61 points in reality, but it looks like so much more than that. Just the way the design is done, the really cool way you get, I mean, it looks like a 1/2 carat emerald cut in the middle, then the bigger tapered baguettes on the sides, and all of that surrounded in a double halo. Let's try to make this, I'm still kind of wondering on this Wednesday, 56, 57 minutes in, how much viewership we have. I'm about to find out. For those of you that say you can't possibly go any lower than $89.99, watch what I'm about to do. We are going to make this awfully easy and really, again, test who's ready to get the big values. I'm going to put them on the auction block here before the top of the hour even arrives. We are going to, yes, indeed, give you that extra 12% off even on the auction. So when you win the auction, you would still take 12% off. That's still happening. And we're going to blow them out for better than $8,000 to start. This is when I really would like you to come on in. Let's party on this Wednesday night. I know, Wednesday, February 11th. Are we partying? Yes, we are. Every single show this month of February, we are going to have, obviously, this incredible party with this discount you've never seen before. This really big moment to take advantage of everything. This is just outstanding, 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 and yet not 8,000 or 7,000. 6,000 would be great. 5,000 is better. Here's what I will offer you instead. We got to get the phone lines rocking. We still have the airtime to cover here, so some jewelry's got to go. Can't all stay with me and be melted down. That's the other thing about this event. Anything that stays, that's still here at 8 p.m. Pacific time, it will be melted because you expect us to bring you values in fine jewelry going forward when the sale is over and when March is here and when April's here and May. You still want to pay next to nothing for your fine jewelry. We can't do that with today's gold prices unless we just repurpose the gold we have, that if you say, I don't need it, that's okay, fine, we melt it down. It's not going to be 5,000 though. I don't think these are going to go to the melt. I think they are going to go right here, right now to one of you, ready to go, ready to save, ready to get this amazing, amazing value. Thank you, Anna, so much for your kind words. You are so sweet. Thank you, Anna. I'm so glad you're loving your Tanzanite. She even got a ring. She says sexy, and I agree because I remember that ring. Thank you very, very much. All right, so I love hearing from you guys. Nice to know you're here, but let's get shopping. And if we can't do $5 or $4 or $3 or $2,000, well, then what gives? That's a very important earring, and they are huge, and they're 18 karat, and that's saying something. They're in white gold, of course. They want to blend in with those diamonds. Let the gold be the perfect backdrop for those white, bright diamonds that you have there. And what about, okay, we have nobody at $2,000. The top of the hour is about to arrive. We're 30 seconds away from saying welcome into hour number 2 on a Wednesday night live, Los Angeles, California. I'm Lauren Blair. This is TVON. We got a big old value right here, right now, but nobody has called in to take advantage of it just yet. So we're going to change that up here, and we're going to do that now. So I hope you're ready. Then we have diamond hoops coming up. We have great brand new. We have a Paraiba blowout. Everything. You name it, we got it. Plus, you name it, we got it. You need a call with requests too. But as we're about to say officially, welcome into Wednesday. Awfully glad to see you here tonight. Glad you're here. Let's get this value rocking. Not even $2,000 on $9,000 earrings. Come on over. Take a look. We're not doing $2,000. Whoo! Welcome to Wednesday. I don't know what's going to take on this Wednesday night, but I know this. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. So that's what you know. This is going to be a wild one, and it's not 2,000 or even what, 1,900, 1,800, 1,700. These are 18 karat gold earrings. They're huge. They are $9,000, and yet we're not even doing 17, 16. What about $1,500 with a $10 increment? You got to remember, there's 12% to save you. This is not just any sale. This is not just a little like, oh, good, I'll take $50 off. It'll buy me lunch the next morning. No, no, no. This is 12% off. 12%. There are big savings to be had here. And we've got the top. Welcome in. For those of you that just now tune in, you're going, well, let me check. Oh, wait a minute, TVON's back. It's Wednesday night. That means time to shop. Time to get some values on the best of the best. Red carpet worthy. This is the kind that, yep, your big favorite celebs borrow for the big award shows, the big events, the big, you name it. This is what we're going to do. We are not going to do $1,500. I am at your mercy here, but we need to test and see if anybody's ready for these savings we got. I don't know if anybody's ready for this. Those earrings at $1,500 doesn't buy you the gold. We're going to go better than $1,500. How about $1,400? I'm starting to do the math and think about where this would go after your 12% off, and that's interesting. But we're not even stopping there. This is really, again, just a day when obviously it's really tough to give values. Even if you're giving jewelry away, it's tough to do that if nobody's watching. So what we're doing is just, this is a little bit of a, just kind of a roll call moment, just welcoming you into the big Wednesday night here with the brand new like we have here. And it's not even $1,400 to start. Check this out. I'll go $1,300. to get the earrings started. We're just going to try it. And obviously I'm under cost, and that's okay. That's probably not the last time that's going to happen tonight. We still have a few pieces left from hour number one. We have $1,300 looking for that right now with a, 12% off discount. That would also be happening. $1,300, 60 seconds to get it started, and we'll move along. And welcome in. Let me know what you'd like to see here tonight. We've got our last call on some diamond hoop earrings. We're at the point in time where we're going to be saying goodbye to some of our classic all-time favorites, like our inside-out diamond oval hoop earrings. So we'll have their last earring tonight. We'll also have the final copper-bearing Paraiba, very clean, very bright, very beautiful. We'll see a princess cut Turkish color change diaspore that we will also have in a 3+. Look at this one. This is huge though. I mean, that's a really big stone. Look at the kind of colors it's delivering. And then we used to do just that style with the bale and gold. We're doing that big diamond to add with it. So a princess cut and a princess cut. Do we have the open at $1,300, or I was going to calculate where that is, because for those looking, that's an odd number. What do you do when you got 12% off? That would be $1,144. On the vintage style, meaning they're not vintage, they're not old, they're not used, but they are that style. They look a little bit like a great estate look in diamonds. They look a little bit lacy. We do have the open at $1,300. Thank you so much. We'll find out who that is. We have $1,300, and I'll give it a final 2 minutes, and we'll say farewell. So it's only a $10 increment, which certainly does not, I would say, it doesn't make a lot of sense to wait on those because the increment, because you would still go backwards by about $140, $150. So that really makes sense to me, is think about where that's going to go, because you still have your 12% off. That's everything. So including the auction, which I'm not supposed to be doing. So we take another look here and give you a last call on this one with 2 minutes to go. And who's got her open over there? And we do have, who is it? Marilyn? Marilee. Marilee. Thank you, Marilee. We've got the open from Marilee. We have 1 minute and 35 seconds remaining to go. So last chance, last call. If anybody would like to jump in, and remember, $1,144 would actually be the price tag at checkout for Marilee, who is in the lead. So that's also something to keep in mind here. There's a big extra savings after you win. So that is something I really want you to think about here as we get into our final call on the auction here, with just a little over a minute to go. We'll see an oval yellow diamond necklace. We'll have our big Tanzanite that is very impressive. We have a gorgeous wheel of Paraibas, some diamond hoop earrings that'll be last call. There are 235 glamorous ovals, and we also have the new opal for you as well. So last chance, we've got 55 seconds. Let's see if anybody's verifying. And remember, $10 in advancing to get you in, but another close to $150 off. And that's really something to consider. So 40 seconds to get you in, and we will help you own them. But that's a very, very special earring, and such a nice, big, oversized kind of button style. It still sits close to the ear. It gives you big and beautiful drama of your diamonds and gold without having a drop, which I think a lot of people just don't do drops. And when you do, you might decide to go hoop instead of, like, let's say, a stiletto style or one linear line style. So this gives you a little more wow factor. Okay, so our last call, then we've got Alexandrite and a pendant, some Congolese tourmaline. That's a rare orange tourmaline. We've got a new aqua, a great looking medallion style necklace. We've got some really cool pieces. Oh, my favorite of the unheated star. We should probably let Myra know about this, because Myra, if you're watching, Myra in Florida, I just got some jewelry out here, and I think this is the unheated star ruby you've been waiting for. Do we have 1310, yes or no? Joanne, are you on this one? 1310 or 1350? You got it? Yes? Sold. Congratulations. Gone. Myra, if you're watching, take a look. Quite the value there on that one. That would be my purple or ruby. I'm seeing more purple right now, but that's a really, really, really good round star stone. So excellent. So let me know. Got a quick look here at a really special Alexandrite pendant. This one's a lot of fun. It's very, very special. It's without diamonds, but it's a very cool stone. And you see there the pear shape that you have. It's going to be item number 1129207. And that is our pear shape. It's, yes, I mean, we can't ignore the fact it kind of looks, imagine like a gold mirror polished spoon that your Alexandrite is sitting down into. And so it's going to be very, very almost flat or almost flush setting, but it's a really pretty 62-point pear shape. It's got that gorgeous, you can already see the color change. I'm seeing blue greens, but I'm seeing purple reds already happening in this 62-point stone. It's a really good size Alexandrite, and I'll show it to you on the hand so you can get an idea. Yes. Hi, Lorelei. Oh my goodness, it's so good to hear from. I'm hearing from all my favorites tonight. That's so nice. Thank you, everybody. Hey, Lorelei. I bet you that was Lorelei H. Am I right? I think she's in Arizona. Wonderful. Hi, Lorelei. Thank you so much. Good to have everybody with us. Nice to hang out with old friends here. It's always nice. Here's 9207. Look at that. That's really cool. Let me show you what this looks like lengthwise. There we go. So that's going to be about 1 1/8 inches or so. And then you've got solid finishing on the inside also. So that's solid. Not even like an under gallery of sorts. It's just a really good finished piece. And did that just go red, purple, or what? Take a look at it. I'm not even in UV light. I'm just in a lower light, and check out the kind of colors that's giving. Simple, classic, wearable, stands out with the length that it's in. Let's go back up close, show you that detail, and give you that great price. Look at that finishing there. And that's going to be only, you know what, do it for $9.99. Who cares? Let's just move it out the door. I got to really be reducing prices here tonight. I can tell. So you're in for a treat if you're shopping anything over the course of the next 2 hours or so. So this is going to be an extremely important piece, and that would be of course, over $100 off too. So you got that $9.99 deal, but that's coming down to about what, $8.79. So very important value there. And that's going to be a really, really good Alexandrite. All that great color change, which you can already basically see that taking place even when it's not supposed to be. So that's impressive. And then we'll have our color change diaspore. It's a princess cut, that big elaborate pink diamond bypass ring. We got the gorgeous emerald cocktail ring as well. I'm going to show you some orange Congolese tourmaline, one of the rarest colors of tourmaline out there. We'll get that here for you as well. If any of that sounds good, you can let me know. We'll bring it right up for you. And if you have a request, get those in as well. We really do need some requests tonight, whatever you'd like to see. But that is $8.79. So I'll keep moving. We'll keep showing you jewelry. How about this one? What if we just, because I flashed this and some of you are already, whatever that was, I need to have it. I totally agree with you. It is diaspore. So this is like the Alexandrite of modern day. Alexandrite's been around a while. This is newer to the scene, but it's one source, whereas Alexandrites come from a couple of different places. This has not. This is Turkish color change diaspore in 9769. And this is a princess cut. Already seen some great princess cuts tonight. Moonstone, for example. Now we're seeing the fabulous diaspore. It's 9769. That's going to start with a 112. And then you have a 328. And we just saw a great pendant. Watch what I'm going to do here. This is going to be one of those blink and you miss it deals. Stays in the yellow gold. That is a bail that looks like a solid bar of gold. It is. And then you have that break in the 12-point individual princess cut. So princess and princess, you see the theme here. It's all out royal. And yet it's going to be, look at this. I just think that is some of the prettiest color. Clean too. These are not always clean. I looked at probably 1,500 of these stones last Tuesday in the wholesale marketplace at the big trade show. And I got to tell you, not a one of them was clean. And yet here is that bright, gorgeous clarity. Love the point-to-point setting there. All the princess cuts are aligned point to point there. It's a 1-inch drop. It's a great look. It's only yellow gold, and that's how it stays. Take a look at it from a distance away as well. Now it's so fascinating. Now I'm seeing more blue greens. Saw a lot of purples a moment ago when it was on the hand. Then you see those champagne colors and golden colors. It looks almost like, it reminds me a lot of a champagne diamond, but with color change. So let's go back up close. Give it away. That's the objective here. Take a look. That is such a great stone. We have one great piece. Can we give something away again? Had the giveaway in the auction and the earrings. Just tried to give away, so I just had a 62-point Alexandrite here. This is kind of the way you get a larger version of that, because being that this is color changing like the Alexandrite, but has that big dominant size. You're not going to find a 3-carat Alexandrite, not on this show. I've had some big ones lately. They've been 1 carat and 115s and 120s, and that's about as big as Alexandrites are going to get around here. To get a 328. Now, I held a 60 carat last week. That was fun. 60 carat Alexandrite, but that was many, many millions of dollars. So if you are interested, I can hook you up with that stone and help you. I can be the liaison between you and that stone, but it is millions and tens of millions of dollars for a 60 carat Alexandrite. This is a way to have something very, very rare and unique. Tiny little price. Come on in if you're thinking about it. It's not going to last, I'll tell you that. And we're going to blow it out. 328 in the Turkish color changing diaspore. Just need one lucky caller to be ready to go in a hurry here, because it will not. Oh goodness, this is just wild. Who's going to get it? We got 12% off, and I cannot get it for $39.99. If that's the case, it's going to stay here. I know you're looking for more than that as far as savings on a Wednesday night, so let me help you out with a better price. And this is only one place to get it. Alexandrite, there's multiple places. Alexandrite is a color change phenomenon, so does this. But Alexandrite is going to be teeny sizes. This is the way to get the bigger dosage, that great big diamond, which the last Alexandrite pendant had none. This has that big diamond of a 12-point princess cut, and it will be the same price as the Alexandrite pendant I just did. And it never should be. I'm making this $999 to the very first caller, and it's really $879. So you get that huge discount. You are getting the way to get kind of the newest and the hottest and the latest when it comes to collectible color changing stones, one source and a huge size. And what a precious cut that is. Yes. Oh, good. Congratulations. Who got the Alexandrite pendant? Well done. Thank you, Jennifer. Okay, and now $9.99 right there for the diaspore, and it's $8.79. And I'm not going anywhere till that goes, because that's the big value. That's a very, very big value. Did we not hear from Myra in Florida? She's not watching, so I'm going to have to send her a quick email. Okay, so we'll have to do that just to make sure she doesn't miss it, because that's what I do. So, all right, $9.99 but $8.79 big diaspore. That's the way you do it. That's the way you do it with that big diamond and lots of gold and that great. You see the purples and the reds coming through. Very, very impressive. Okay, let's move on to, I think we got the really, like, if you want something super cool, like funky cool, like really unusual, this feels like the more unique of all the rings we've ever brought. I mean, the design, the cutting, everything. And everything designed for the cut, which I also think is really special. $8.79 on the 3-carat pluser. Let me know who's got it. We're going to move on here shortly. We are going to get you that really fabulous Congolese stone. Also have that really impressive, very, very impressive topaz. That was a Swiss blue. I know, didn't it look like a blue zircon that I flashed? That's going to be coming up. So really impressive there, and we'll show it to you now. It's going to be 112-9402 coming up right away. And let me know, I think, Jason, are you thinking about this one or something else? Okay, so sounds like we might be verifying on that. I'll just keep that. That's too good. That's too good. You don't get these 328s for a price tag like that. Look at that colorway. Maybe just seeing it at the proper angle is going to help out a little bit. Let me get some baby tweezers here, and that'll help show it to you the right way so you can get the right angle and really see into that stone directly, see the fabulous cutting it gives. That's a really special stone. Okay, so it's a no-go. That's all right. You can call in later and get it if you want to, if you're the first one. But look at this. It is a really fabulous marquise. And 9402. And wait till you see this on the hand, because it makes quite the statement, and yet it feels so like supernatural with the color, because this is a really good Swiss blue topaz, which we know is the brightest variety of blues in the topaz family, but it also has a double-sided faceting. So it's checkerboard faceted both inside and out. So you're seeing great clarity through the stone, but you're also seeing that really, really impressive facet pattern, which almost acts as a prism, because again, faceted on both sides. And so when you look through it, it's not just a doubling, they almost overlap. And then of course you've got that slightly domed shape out the front. So it really does create this look that you would not normally see in a stone. Plus the diamond pave on either side. Really love the way it's kind of taking those points of the marquise and bringing that to the design itself side to side, which I think is really fabulous. And we're gonna send it out. Okay, so, and good. Kathy, I was worried because I hadn't gotten a New York weather report. So Kathy just chimed, she let me know it is cold. It is still cold in New York. Thank you, Kathy. She gives me like the daily weather update of what's happening in New York. And I'm really glad. Yeah, we are not 85 degrees this week either. We dipped down to at least 72. So if it makes you feel any, yeah, we got cold too. And I actually saw something coming out of the sky last night. It was weird. It was like water or something. It was weird. And yeah, not that again. Not that. Oh no, it rained. So anyway, so Kathy, I feel you, and stay warm out there in New York. But here we go with the 9 carat. This will warm you up. We got some values here. $9.99 on that one in the white gold. Solid with that 18 points in diamonds. Actually, yeah. Yeah, this is the one that actually was listed as 1.8 points in diamonds, but it's clearly not. So yeah, it's one of those that, yeah, was actually priced with a lot less diamond weight than it actually has originally. So that's good too. You're saving a bunch of money as if you're not paying for the diamonds really. So let's take a look at this on the hand because it's completely side to side with nothing but the stones. And you see it there, that gorgeous designer stuff. I mean, that really is for those that appreciate a really good designer cut in a gem. There it is. So that's the way I would recommend going if you want one of our most unique and really stunning bright Swiss blues. That's a good way to go. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about, this is just my ultimate cocktail designer ring here, no question. And I know it's going to sit on its side here for the moment because it's not going to do, it's not going to do what it needs to do here. But think of it first as a platform of nothing but yellow diamonds. I remember way back in the day, I had a ring like this, like 9 years ago here. And it ended up sitting here for about 8 of those years. And it's interesting, it ended up finally selling because it was like a $35,000 ring. And I think it was the same ring, designer style, and yet here it is. And yet not going to be $30,000. It's 1130554. It has got rose cut pear-shaped diamonds. It has got the big emerald in the middle, which is just a slight, it's like what we call light 1 carat. It's a 93 pointer and it's all 18 karat. So you see it's white, gold, and yellow. Ah, the heart-shaped basket work is kind of nice. Little nod to Valentine's Day there. It's 18 karat gold. That's yellow and white together. It's got this gorgeous, I mean, this is like a canoe. I mean, it's huge in the size. It's 135 in the yellow diamonds and 59 points in the white diamonds. So there's a lot going on in diamond weight. Yes, we did put the rose cut diamonds there in the midst of that diamond weight as well. So you've got your 59 points in the white and 135 in the yellow. And more importantly, here's what it looks like on the hand, because this is really the essence of a cocktail ring. Great for middle and index fingers or just anybody who really likes to have something ultra eye-catching and sensational in the quality. There it is. And no matter how I turn this emerald, look at the glow that just happens nonstop. The whole stone lights up. The whole stone is bright as can be. The whole stone is magic. And yet the platform of yellows, white diamonds just mixed in top and bottom, the white diamonds back on the sides here. One only, not $30,000. I mean, just make me an offer on it. We will take a good offer if you got one. I mean, it's really not for everybody. We know that. It's not like we're going to get 100 offers on a ring like this. It's not for everybody because it's very, not just because it's unusual and high end, it's the design. The design is so unique and so really, again, the love and the time and the care that goes into creating something like this. That was my biggest fault when I was starting out as a designer. When I started out designing and sketching and started creating designs a long time ago, it was one of those where, it was one of those things where I would make very elaborate designs. I couldn't help it. I just liked what I liked, and I made very large and elaborate pieces. And then, when it came to actually making it, it was every jeweler out there would say, "Are you crazy? Are you kidding? There's more money in the labor than there is in the raw materials, and you just made a $78,000 raw material ring." And so, you had labor that pretty much matched that. And this really reminds me of one of those rings where you sometimes, as a designer, have to temper yourself to make sure that it is, at the end of the day, affordable. And yet this really, you can tell all types of, There was no holding back on this. It was just let's throw in some rose cuts. Let's give you emerald and yellow diamonds. If you have an offer, like I said, we can take it if it's reasonable. I mean, I would really be open to listening to your offers on this, just because it's one of those that you know who you are. And if you're like me and you see something and you know immediately, that's how we should all be with jewelry. Jewelry it's an emotional thing. We should know it. Like I always say, if I ever have to talk you into a piece, please don't buy it. If you find I have to talk you into something, it's not for you. It's not. We know what we like. It's just a matter of getting a value there. That's my job. My job isn't to tell you what you like. It's to show you a wide variety of pieces that would work for everybody watching. And also, my main job is to make sure that you understand what the stones are and give you a great value where you couldn't make it for that price. And so if you have an offer, I know we don't normally do that, but if you have an offer, let me know what it is and I will do my best to take anything reasonable, okay? So that's just something that we wanted to give you, kind of put it out there into the ether, show you what we have that's new and different tonight, and give you something of a bit of an opportunity. Now here is my large Sierra Santa Maria. This is Sierra Santa Maria Aquamarine. Pear-shaped stone, bigger diamonds on the side, and very affordable one only in the white gold. Don't forget, we'll have our last look at our diamond hoop earrings that we will ever see in our 2 carat 35 inside out diamond hoops tonight. Last call on those, so that will be here as well. Don't forget, our diaspore pendant is still here. I don't know how. It's a 328. The Alexandrite went. It was a 62 pointer, and now we've got the 328 here. Color changing stone with the big princess cut diamond, still here for the $9.99 price tag. You get 12% off everything. Take advantage of that. We've got our aqua here, which is our gorgeous Sierra Santa Maria pair. That's a $284. 112-9932 is the number. So almost 3 carats. Most of the designs we've seen in the 3-stone styles have been 1 or 2 carats in size. This one's getting you closer to 3. 284 is the center stone size. It's 9932. It's our 284. It's got 6 points in diamonds. That would be the 3 points on either side, and that will be a one only that's going to get on out of here in a hurry. Special with that discount, one of our bigger and better values of the day. And aqua, now we're getting awfully close. Think of it, we're halfway through February almost, which means that the month of March and Aquamarine, its birthstone, are coming up here shortly in a couple of weeks. So good time to get your aquas if you want a little aqua upgrade. If you're thinking about what have I missed in aqua, we've had some really good ones of late, but they've been very quick to go. I think everyone's recognizing there's a lot of aquas out there, but they never really look like this. And that's the benefit of, granted, you can't go there now. You could go to Sierra Santa Maria. There is no mine anymore. It's all mined out. It's all done. It's long gone. Here's your way to get a really good stone in that saturation that we want aquas to look like. Not what they hope to look like, but they actually, that's what they should look like. And we're going to do that for $12.99. First caller, and yep, it's going to be 12% off as well. So you got a lot of extra savings coming your way at $11.43. Then we have that big yellow diamond necklace. And anything you want to ask about from earlier, guess what? It might still be here hanging out for you. So let me know what you'd like. We also, just as a reminder, we had a $299 aqua pendant earlier. It started our show a couple of, about 90 minutes ago. And here we are with that second look at it. There's the aqua. That's the aqua round in the yellow gold, $299. So just a reminder, that would be really, really affordable. We don't see that in fine jewelry very often. So $299 if you'd like to get that. And then we do have our larger aqua pair. Let me try it on for you as well, so you can see how this will look on the hand. It's a nice big stone. See that? Looks like I sold a blue diamond the other day just to a private collector who I've worked with for a very, very long time. And it was like, we're talking like $7.5 million. So pretty big, important piece, no doubt. And it looked exactly like this, pear shape, about this size. And this is really interesting without having to go faux, because have you seen like fake blue diamonds? They look like the color of like, have you ever been in the movie theater and you got one of those ices and there's that blue flake? You know what I'm talking about, that neon like blue raspberry color. That's what it looked like. I'm sorry, blue diamonds don't look like that. So they're not, they never do, but if they're really, really, really strong saturation, this is what they look like. They shouldn't be like neon. They shouldn't look like you know, if you touched it, it would zap you. It shouldn't look like it carries radioactivity with it. It's just about getting you a really good saturation of a baby blue or sky blue, but with a nice saturation level. This definitely has that. And it does. It's reminiscent of like what you'd find in a multi-million dollar blue diamond, but in the world's best aquamarine. So that'll be $1143 if you'd like to get that one. Have a huge emerald cut Tanzanite. I'm very proud of this emerald cut. Just got a rave review a few moments ago as we go back up close. I got a rave review about an emerald cut Tanzanite I sold a couple weeks ago. And this isn't the first rave review I've ever gotten on a Tanzanite. I got to tell you, the only stone that we may have that would ever give us this kind of color again, because you know we're running out of our blue winged black Ds. This is the emerald cut. Please let me know if I show you anything that you kind of like or you're kind of interested in. But this one's a little scary because it's our last emerald cut. I have nothing else. We are down to, it's going to be one of those days where suddenly you realize, like 3 months in, I haven't seen a Tanzanite at all. Where have the Tanzanites gone? And you'll probably call up one day and say, where are the Tanzanites? Do you have any? And we'll say, oh yeah, those are gone. Those sold out months ago. We're in the final call. And we have so few, there's not going to be one big grand finale show because I don't have enough to make for a 3-hour show. We don't have enough to go around. So this is really critical. If you're still waiting for that perfect blue wing block D for your collection, do consider something like this. Do consider the really important larger 1207, because this is what most people will never own in a lifetime. Take a look at this. I'll zoom back a little bit. Needs a little extra room here. It's tall. She's a tower, and it's 113-0131. So this is something I really would like to show you tonight. Since we have our 12% off, this might be a good time to pick it up too, because there are more savings when it's a higher end piece. And I know I might need to give that a little steam clean here as best I can while I try it on. But this is one of those that's very important and very unusual, and giving reds from every single angle and step facet. See that? That's no illusion. That's no special trick of the camera. That's what it does. And I told you, I drive by every night when I go home, I drive by the Netflix headquarters. That are in Los Angeles, and they're right off of a main freeway that runs all the way up the entirety of California. And their headquarters have their huge logo out front, and it literally every single night just takes me to like what I feel like I'm looking at right now. These amazing lines of light that are all these different shades of bright neon blues, purples, and reds. And that's what you get here, all in succession, basically in those parallel, call them lines, but that's all happening because of the step faceting. This is the most serious saturation, so good. Do you know we had a whole like 2-hour powwow about this? It was a meeting about how do we want to set this? Because it was clearly the most remarkable museum reserve emerald cut ever. Like a meeting of the minds of how do we set this? Do we give it 8 carats in diamonds? Do we put it in a pendant? We really ended up saying, let's really emphasize the beauty of the diamonds and the beauty of the cutting, and let the mounting reflect the gorgeous cutting of the stone. And that's what you see here. Not a lot of diamond weight. I mean, I'll be at 22 points. I mean, it's not like this is going to be the biggest diamond weight we show you, but it is so perfect and perfectly aligned, not just literally, but aesthetically aligned with the cutting of that stone. This is breathtaking. Why we aren't getting something like $82,000, $83,000, which is totally normal to get for something like this. Sorry guys, my wheel is, let me see if I can move that wheel a little bit to get a little more even. Look at that. That is one of our very best of all time. I'm talking about ever. This is why it's here. And it's promised to go to the museum tomorrow, but I would much rather move it out to one of you instead of putting it on a plane to go off, you know, across the world and go hang out somewhere else. I'd rather it go to one of you. So this is really the important thing here. Stunning look, great idea. It is fabulous. So here's the deal. We've got our price tag. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. But I think for our Wednesday night, it's going to be a little bit steeper than what we're probably have the audience for, because, and this is not bad at all, because you're not putting a price on anything like this. The last time, like I said, when do you walk into a museum and see price tags? Never. I don't care if it's a museum of memorabilia for baseball. I don't care if it's a Hall of Fame. I don't care if you're looking at stamps or artifacts and dinosaur bones or whatever you look at museums. You don't find price tags. And this is of that level. It's the top rung of all the museum material we've had here on this show. And yet we're only asking, and this is not bad at all, because I've sold every Tanzanite we've had nearly here in 7 years. It's a lot of Tanzanite. I've seen a lot of good stones. I've seen a lot of remarkable cuts and great saturations and neons. This, though, this is the ultimate. We're only asking for $24,999. With your discount, that is an extra. You'd save over $2,500 with that 12% off. However, in an effort to try and make this Wednesday night really memorable, and thank you for being here, let's do something even better and more dramatic. We're going to give this away as best we can. And I'll tell you right now, I am only done this a couple of times ever, but I want to go ahead and open it up to your offers. That's what I'm going to do. And I know some stones are just more important than others. That's the thing. Some are just more important. Some are just a higher level of red. Some are just, and by the way, this is still TV. I didn't dim all the lights. I can't turn off all the lights in the studio. This is what it looks like here under, I'm telling you, the brightest lights that exist. You can't get any more of a bright light environment than this one. And yet this is not usually where the red flashes excel. The red flashes are going to look better at home, in person. Make me an offer on this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give you some time. I look up the clock. I see we only have about 87 minutes left in the show. What I'm going to do is I will give this to the top offer at the end of our night. And I really, it's 8 o'clock Pacific time. That's 11 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to have our top offer take this ring. It's just the only way I can ensure it goes to you and not the museum tomorrow. That is it. So here we are, looking at the very best Tanzanite that I have, that I can show you. We'll show it on the hand again, because that's where you really see the direct angle on that stone instead of me just lifting it up and teetering it here on the tweezers. Look at that. That's what it does. Ooh la la. And no offers yet, and that's okay. If, again, but still, let me just say, on a Wednesday night when there are fewer, because we are not a 24-hour network. We're here literally Wednesday through Sunday. So there's that little mini weekly hiatus. It means that a lot of people just forget Wednesday night, Wednesday night, Wednesday night. So there's not a lot of people here. This is going to not a top offer, it's going to the top offer. So meaning whatever that is, if it's 500 bucks, it's 500 bucks and I'll sell it. And you know what? No one will ever miss a Wednesday again. I'll look at it as an investment in our future, because no one will miss a Wednesday once the word gets out that, did you see her sell that stone for 500 bucks? Whatever it goes for. Top offer, end of the show, it's 85 minutes away. So that's my deal for you. It's really resulted, I'll tell you what, because instead of playing by the rules and playing by, you've heard of cost and margins, and we're a business, but I got to tell you, the biggest values I've ever had in Tanzanite have been the opportunities I've done, and there's only been 2 times ever that I've done this where I open it up to your offers and I take that top offer at the end of the show and sell it. And so whatever that top offer is, if you got an offer on that ring, I know what I would put into it. I'd give 10 grand right now. I would give, put the Amex, Andy can take $10,000 off my Amex and charge it on my card tonight. You probably can beat that because you know Tanzanites well. I don't have an opportunity to get you many going forward. If you like this one, come on over, take a look at it. We're not going to look at it for all 85 minutes either. We're just going to remind you that it's here. But if you have an offer, you can feel free. And just FYI, we have no offers yet. So, if you have one, you can give it, and you very well may walk away with it at the end of the night at 8 o'clock. And you don't even need to be with us. It's like one of those raffles where you don't even need to be present. If you are the top offer at 8 o'clock and you're not here to claim it, that's okay. We'll have your phone number. We'll call you and you can, go ahead and tell us where to ship it. Okay? So if you got an offer, make one. If you like it, you might as well put in an offer, and the top offer gets it at the end of the night. Simple as that. So it's very, very important though. This is not like the basic, it's in a lot of gold. Yes? We got a $2,500 offer. Who's that from? Carol, thank you so much. Carol, you're the only offer so far, so I really appreciate that. And right now, you're in the lead, so that's exciting. So if you can be $2,500, let us know. All right, so we'll save that for, again, that'll be gone at the end of the night. Here's our very large opal. I do love this one. This one's good, and boy, $2,500, not bad. My offer's $10,000, but again, I'm not allowed to play. So, that's that. But anyway, I just know the value of these stones inside out, so what do I know? Everything there is to know. But Carol, thank you for that offer. You're the only one. So that's a heck of a ring for $2,500. So you may get it. We'll let you know at the end of the show. If anybody else has an offer, you can certainly let us know as well, and we'll kind of put you in the running here. But that is a good new opal. 1130544 is your item number here. And we're very proud to bring this large opal to you. It's a 7 carat 31. It does have 18 points in diamonds as well. And that's exciting too. And here we are looking at a big old value. So come on in, one only here, as opals always are. It's our 7 carat 31 with 18 points in diamonds. You can make offers at any time. You don't need to. Our operators will know what you're talking about. If you want to say, I have an offer on the Tanzanite, just give us your offer and we'll jot down your name and they'll let me know, and I'll let the world know what your offer is so everyone else knows what, you know, the offer is out to beat. So you can help that way. But let's take a look at what we have here. A very large 7 carat 31 with 18 points in diamonds. It's a nice finishing too. I always say I really praise designers who do this, that completely put gold as an undergallery behind your opal, because opals you cannot, I do this and I'm lazy. I'm just lazy when it comes to cleaning. I don't clean. I have a manicure that's to perfection every day of my entire life for what I do for the work. Although I will tell you, if I didn't do this for work and wasn't a professional hand model, I would literally just, I would still have my manicure done to a T. That's just me. But I got to tell you, I don't really enjoy cleaning. So I'm really lazy when it comes to cleaning my jewelry. Here's what I do. I take one of those tubs of solution and I drop my jewelry into it, and in 10 seconds take it out and rinse it with water and put it back on. And I do it incessantly. There are certain stones you cannot do that with, and that is the problem. So this would be one of them. So I really appreciate, because everyone thinks stones only get dirty on the top. That's hardly where they get dirty. They get dirty from the back, because that's what touches your skin. That's what gets the oil on it. So that's where stones get dirty. So just to put it out there, this opal is completely shielded from that by having solid gold in the back. Isn't that nice? So you don't need to worry about, how am I going to clean my opal? They're more delicate. You don't drop them into ultrasonics. You don't drop them into solutions. So just give it a little bit of cleaning with a cloth. Yes. Who's that? I need names and offers. We got a $4,000 offer on our Tanzanite. Who is it? And that's actually all I need to know. We don't need to get too detailed. Who? Marilee. All right, Marilee, you got it. We are at 4,000 on the Tanzanite. And this is the big opal, 7 carats 31, and 18 points in diamond, stays in the yellow gold. Yeah. 45, sure. We have 45 now on the Tanzanite to Jason's caller. We'll find out. Who? Gregory. Hi, Gregory. Thank you so much, Gregory. All right, now here we are with the opal, and let's try it on, because if you see a 7 carat 31 carat weight, I wish you could see what I'm seeing right now. Sorry, this looks so horrifying compared to what it looks like in person. I mean, it looks like nothing on TV compared to what it looks like in person. I wish you could see what I see. It's the toughest stone in the world to sell, this and mehenges. I don't know why mehenges are. I know why this is hard to sell, because they never look good on TV. This one looks good, it just doesn't look anything like what it actually looks like. So take it with a little leap of faith. It's back up close. It's a little bit of, yeah, you're seeing mostly reds, blue-green base colors, yellow and purples, oranges and reds throughout. Diamond halo along the outside, that would be 18 points in your diamonds. And we are going to blow it out right now for under, I can't do $10,000 or $99.99. Big old value here. Let's take it all the way down. And again, our top offer on the Tanzanite is only $4,500. Very well done. And you would get 12% off still. You sure will. That was the question I just got asked. But if the offer is the offer and you take it, what about the 12%? You still get that off. You still get that discount. So this would be a huge discount, because right now Gregory would get it for $45. He'd really only pay $39.60, even better. So keep that in mind when you're making an offer. You could technically go 12% higher than what your budget allows. Okay, does that make sense? Because you do have 12% coming your way. But here's the opal, better than $5,000 or $49.99 or $39 or $29. This is the big one. This is the major opal moment. Yellow gold's how it stays. Don't forget about that fully finished, all complete under gallery. And look at that. Look at that. Look at that. All so well done. Natural opal. I'm blowing it out for $2,499. You get it for an extra, it'll be over $250 off. That'll be down to a much better value. You're going to get it for $21.99. And then we'll keep on going. We do have a purple Paraiba at the top of the hour. It's 19 minutes from now. Gregory still stands in the lead at $4,500 on the Tanzanite. Wow, that would be 39 something for him to walk out the door with that one. So very important value there. And then we have a big time diamond ring. There's a great looking platinum and diamond ring. We've got one of our medallion style necklaces. Got some really important purple Paraiba if you want a classic 3-stone style. A major spine is here. A canary yellow tourmaline. Have you ever seen that before? We've got star sapphires and rubies and you name it, we got it. So anything you want to ask for, please let me know. We also have a major kunzite, yellow diamond bangles here, some great tourmalines out of the Congo, or you can go copper bearing as well. Here's what's funny. I've got a 5-carat Tanzanite here in a pendant. It's $7,500 for a 5-carat. We are potentially giving away a Tanzanite emerald cut here tonight at the end of the show that is a 12-carat plus that one right there, and that's currently at $4,500. Now that's good. 45 current top offer right now is $4,500. That's the offer to beat. There would be 12% off. That's about $500 saved. And that's incredible. It's actually more than $500 saved. So that is just key to remember. Like I said, try to keep that in mind as you're making your offers because the 12% is happening off everything. No matter how crazy low I go, no matter how desperate I get, that's important to remember. So take a look at this one more time. We've got our opal here for $21.99 at checkout. And I've only had, get this, 3 offers. That's all I've had so far. Just 3. That's it. So it kind of gives you an idea of when you start with absolutely nothing and you go, okay, you got 3 offers. That's a really good sign as to why you're getting the value you're getting here tonight on everything, is that's really telling. So make sure you keep that in mind. We also have that copper bearing coming up. Okay, so let's just do this. It's our last time. And I apologize in advance because this is sad, and I know this is the back, you know, this has been one of our most classic hoop earrings we've ever brought you. So I apologize that certain things we just cannot make anymore because of the value, because you're used to one price and the price tag going forward would have to be so vastly different than what you're used to seeing. So let me welcome you into this diamond hoop earring for our very last time. This is it's an emotional moment. It's a sad moment because this has been a favorite of mine to offer to you for a long, long time here. It's 1110425. How about that old item number? They were first developed about 9.5 years ago on the air. They've been a bestseller ever since. We've been very proud to bring them to you here tonight. But again, last call on them. We cannot make them going forward. When gold is $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, wherever it ends up being, when we set out to make these again, it turns it into a retail price, basically. I'm always praising the fact that we can beat retail, usually by about 90% off. Diamonds right now, if you're going for VS actual diamonds, not lab grown, but VS diamonds from the earth, they're about $38,000 per carat. You times that by 2.35 because that's the diamond weight in this earring. And then you add something for the gold and, of course, the workmanship that goes into this. It quickly becomes a $100,000 earring, which there are people walking amongst us who actually, yes, invest happily $100,000 into an earring, knowing that it's a classic style they're going to wear all the time. But for the rest of us that say, well, I'd just rather have a nice, fancy Italian sports car for that price, then let's get you the earrings so that you can wear them in your fancy Italian sports car and save you all kinds of money. So you can do that because that's how I look at it. I don't need the $100,000 price tag if I can get the same earring of the same quality for so much less. That's the idea. I'm not going to feel any more proud of myself because I walked around in a $100,000 earring. I want to get the savings where I get the $100,000 earring knowing that I'm the one who got them for so much less and has the same quality, not by going lab grown, by actually getting you the real deal from the earth. VS stones, by the way, the best of the best. We're talking about a diamond inside out oval shaped hoop. It's got that closure, which is, this is what's really, I think, really key here. It's that button release. So you literally, yep, one press of that opening style, and these have never been opened before, so they were a little bit stiff, but you open it up. Now they can open nice and wide, so if you like that and prefer that, and then this is how they're going to click. They click closed, boom, click, done. You hear it, click. That's it. That's all you need to do. So it's really secure. And then the ones you just tug open, the problem with that is that you're going to end up, eventually, that post is going to bend. That post is going to be a little off track. And then when that happens, suddenly your earring never opens and closes the same. So it's really important here to have that style, that closure. Now, here's the length, 1.5 inches. This is your last call to get them. I'm very proud to say they're still going to be 12% off. We're going to give them away here and give you this last call opportunity on a classic 1.5 inches. Why are they smaller in this width-wise by 1.25 inches? Because they are oval. These are not the rounds, and that's what so many of my elegant ladies love, are the ovals as opposed to the rounds. So this feels very elegant, very elevated, very mature, very high-end. I think that's, well, we certainly see it all the time in designer retail where you see more of that oval shape, and then this is what they look like on. They're stunning, and they're not heavy. This is not an earring that's going to pull or tug. Nope, they don't do that. You know, it's just a really good way to get a special earring where, of course, all you ever see are diamonds because they're all aligning the front and they're all throughout the inside of the back. So that really is that simple. It's that simple. It's that easy. They're that wearable. They go on every single day. You can see they play well with others. They're amazing quality VS diamonds, and they're $100,000 earrings. And if you think I'm kidding, just pick up the phone tomorrow morning and call a retail store. And then ask if they have VS diamonds in the first place and what they would charge for their 2-carat 35 hoops in solid gold. They are $100,000 plus earrings, and I'm not exaggerating. Let's go back to the wheel, give you a better price tag than even 10, because what do I say? If we can bridge in 90% off of retail, I think we're doing something right. If you can get better than wholesale, I think we're doing something right, and that is better than the wholesale price. I know. You couldn't ask for a more direct evaluation because I'm in the wholesale world every day. And then I come to work and I get to give away jewelry for better than wholesale. And when you're making things in wholesale and then you come here and go, well, with these kind of pricing discounts and these kind of really big savings and the sale event going on, we're making everything better than wholesale. That is not something, and I know it's a lot of work to make jewelry. Let's face it. It just is, especially if you want to do everything right, because there's usually a separate diamond dealer, then there's a gold person, then there's a separate designer, and someone who does the CAD drawing, and someone who does the molds and the castings, and it's a process. There's a reason most jewelry items go between 12 different folks before they get to you, the consumer, and that's why it can be very expensive, in addition to the fact that just the materials cost so much. So here's what we're excited to do. And we're going to make this really easy because it's not going to be $99 or even $4,999 for our 2-carat 35. In the hoop earrings, they're not even $49 or $39.99. No way. We're going even lower than that on our final call. 2-carat 35s, a discontinuing style, not for lack of popularity, but because of the fact that they cannot be made anywhere near this price that we've loved historically, but we know we have new shoppers watching as well that haven't always been privy or exposed to this earring before. If you're really new, you haven't seen them, that's incredible. So let's do even better than $39, shall we? Let's go $34.99 plus your huge discount, and there's a lot of extra savings there. That'd be $3,079 a pair for $235 in the VS diamonds, the round brilliance we love. So that is a great way to go in the white gold only, and they are ready to go tomorrow, meaning they will ship out to you first thing tomorrow. So really fabulous value there, $3,079. Our top of the hour will be our purple Paraiba tonight, plus there's going to be a very, very, very special Tanzanite giveaway because we're only at $4,500 on a 12 carat. 12 carat. Just FYI, that's $3,900 at checkout. And that's $300 a carat. So our best of the best ever, the best museum reserve I have left is my 1207. And it's right now, it's poised and ready to go at $300 a carat for that stone. If the gold is free and the diamonds are free, it's basically at $300 a carat right now. That's because of a lack of offers. So very exciting times here. And we are 70 minutes away from that giveaway. So 70 minutes, it will be given away tonight. Think of this as like your raffle, your prize, your big contest that you are eligible to win simply by calling in that phone number. All right, let's get to our soon-to-be top of the hour. Going to give you a little preview of what you've been asking for lately. Purple Paraiba, great designer mounting there. How about that pink diamond? Dueling pink diamonds, and I just cannot get over this. Something special was here earlier. I don't know what's going on with the feed tonight, but I'll tell you this. Let me show you this 3-carat 28 again. It's the Princess Cut color-changing diaspore with the Princess Cut diamond. Now we're going to come in closer and take a look at it. And we're going to need a moment here. And don't forget that Tanzanite 1207, our highest offer right now is $4,500. That's it. We've had 3 offers in total. $4,500 makes it $3,900. Get on that if you like it. Now take a look at this. This is the Princess Cut Turkish Color Change Diaspore. It's a 3 carat 28 stone, and it has the individual 12-point diamond right there amongst that bale. So that's going to be kind of the lower third of the bale, if you will. Now, this was here earlier. I don't know if you saw it. It seems to be mind-boggling. I just cannot believe that a 328, $5,800 carat wholesale, that was this week. So the big wholesale trade show, at least in this country we live in. There's one going on in a week or two, and it's in Hong Kong. That's a lot of traveling. It would cost like $16,000 just to get the plane ticket to get there. So the domestic trade show that just wrapped up on Sunday had these at $5,800 a carat, and sadly, that's kind of the going rate right now in wholesale. So can you imagine what they will be when they appear at your favorite design house or retailer, or you see them online, or you see them at a designer boutique on a cruise ship where they're offering them for a lot more? This is where you get that great value, older material that we've had for some time, the top quality diaspore out of one source in the world. It's a color changing stone. And this is one of the big ones here. And it's only $999. There is over $100 extra off thanks to this savings, so you get it for $879 instead. So that's the price tag. It's $999, just 3 of them. That's it. I know it could be $99.99 or it could be $19,000. But instead it's $999, but going backwards in a big way to give you that extra savings. So that's really, really important to remember, because that is a stone that if you're doing the math like I did, $5,800 a carat times 3, let's just go conservative with it, that's already $18,000. If you're buying that stone at the wholesale trade, showing your resale license, getting in with credentials, going and walking miles and miles and miles through convention hall, you're still paying $5,800 a carat for this material. So I'd rather have you get it for 3 carats 28 in total with a diamond set in jewelry ready to wear for $879 instead. That's my thought on it. But again, that's really what we're going to find out, is if you feel the same way, like that is a heck of a value. It absolutely is. But it can only be here for one caller, so we'll see who's got that one. Then we got to move on, and we're going to be talking about our top of the hour. It's our last hour tonight. We've got some big Paraibas to show you. I'm going to bring out the 4 carat and 5 carat stones. So we have our biggest green Paraibas coming up. Also, that opal is still here, that new opal. We've got a great tourmaline to show you as well. Some really different types of tourmalines coming up. An orange, as a matter of fact, a really rare orange, a great big platinum designer ring. We're still taking offers if you have one on the Tanzanite. If you're all set and you got 70 Tanzanites already, you probably don't need another. But if you don't, if you're like me and maybe you're newer to the show, or I'm not new to the show, but I've never gotten one because, well, they always go. They just sell out really quickly. So if you're in that position, you'd like to get one before it goes to the museum, this is the night to do it. So let me know if you need that Tanzanite or would like to make an offer on that one. Please do. Guys, we have a call waiting on hold, or is that just my board just messing with me? I don't know. But either way, if you're waiting to get through, I'm not sure what's happening, but just bear with us, and hopefully we'll have that one gone. Let's get to our really big designer band ring. And I'm actually going to start with this one on the hand just so we can see how large it is, because it's quite a hefty chunk of platinum here. It's big time, and it's got this wider band style, as you see, that lattice work within, the big diamonds that are going throughout as well. And don't forget about those diamond hoops. And then here we are looking at this wider ring in platinum. 112-7436 is the item number. Better leave this on just to remind you about the Tanzanite so you don't miss it. Well, that was not going to fit on my index finger quite right, but there it is. That's just a little reminder of our Museum Reserve 12 karat plus that's going out in about an hour. But here's the platinum band that we have for you. Gosh, I cannot. We could just look at that for the next hour, couldn't we? I don't know if that's going to help or hurt me, but it's just it is the best looking stone I've got in Tanzanite ever. Like, we could go back retroactively and look at 7.5 years of Tanzanite and not see one that does that. I mean it. I've got a very strong visual memory bank of all the Tanzanites we've had, and there just has not been a stone like that. So we're very excited about it going out tonight. Right now, $4,500, really good value there. But here comes our platinum piece, and it's a really good platinum band, 46 points in diamonds. So Couple of big diamonds in there. That's where you get most of that carat weight. Pave along the top and bottom and throughout that square design, and lattice work within, which I think is really pretty. And when I say lattice work, I don't mean like that's just the design. That speaks to a design element that we see in architecture. It's more about what we see is just a type of style. It doesn't mean it's lightweight. It's all in platinum after all. And platinum has such a density. I was just having this discussion earlier this afternoon with our team, is that platinum, you have to use there's so much density to platinum. Even though platinum's a way cheaper metal than gold, it really weighs so much and it has so much density. There's about the same price. I mean, it's up there with gold pricing because it's so heavyweight when you do it. So it's a big band of platinum. It would almost be too heavy any other way. So what we have is the cutout details there, the 46 points in the diamonds. The band is incredibly priced. Take a look at this. We'll blow it out right now for under $2,000, and it won't be $19.99 either. Got a big value coming up here, and don't forget about those gorgeous hoops that we have for you as well. It is a stunning, stunning night for diamonds and the hoops and the band you see here and everything else we got going on. But here we are with a better price than $1,500. Where are you buying plain bands? I got 2mm gold bands that are $8,000. Why not get a huge band with that solid platinum and not even do 19 or 15 or $14.99? Time to give away some jewelry. Last hour is here. It's the power hour. That's for sure. And we're going to help you right now. This one is $1,399. $1,399. Buddy, you get 12% off. So that's actually not the price you're paying. You're getting it for $1,230. That's it. And look at the design, the detailing, the cutout work, the big diamonds. There are 4 huge diamonds around the points of that square. And then how about that big center stone as well? 46 points in your diamonds, solid platinum. So we're going to take the last hour and take a look at our Tanzanite. We're going to get that one out the door. Right now it's $4,500 only, top offer. We also have that purple Paraiba to show you, and a great looking star sapphire or ruby. It kind of depends on the light you're in. This is our purple star, round stone. I would say that looks more purple here on air. So I'm going to say purple. We've got it listed as a star sapphire in purple. It's a 1128987. Call me on the platinum band or the diaspore pendant for $9.99. Wow, that's a value. So $9.99 the pendant, the platinum band, very nice. That's going to be only about, what, $12.30. So you got some opportunities here to take advantage. But we also have a carat 75 here in the unheated purple star. And Sandra, your request is coming up. So we'll take a look at some eye candy and the demontoid world. But let's take a look at our 175 with 15 points in the pink diamonds and 50 points in the white diamonds. It's a double halo, and this is still one of the most affordable of our star sapphires I have ever seen. It really is important to see that color. You know, purple sapphires in general are a little bit more rare. It'd be a little more common and a little bit easier to see the blues. This is a purple. So we know there has to be vanadium. You don't get a purple sapphire otherwise, and these are unheated stones. So we know it has a vanadium content to it, otherwise you would not see any purple color. This is a purple, a true purple. It's got one very strong defined star. This is, of course, a phenomena stone, so it's doing something extraordinary with light. This time around, it's got little itty bitty teeny tiny microscopic inclusions inside, so when that light hits it, which is all the time, bright light or low light, when you have light hit it, it creates this 6-legged star that goes and moves across the stone. So it is like the coolest phenomenal out there. And you've got the pink and the white diamond double halo, and it's only going to be, because I got to give some jewelry away here, we're going to make this $19.99, but there's another $200+ off. It's only going to be $1,759 when you say yes. So $1,759. Wow, for a carat 75 in that purple star in the round. Now here, I always like to make sure you know, because you're going to say, she sent me a different piece. I only have one. This is what it looks like when you open the box. See? 2 stars, 1 star, 2 stars, 1 star. I'm just putting my hand over these very, very hot lights to show you what it's going to look like. 2 light sources equal 2 stars. If you had 5 light sources, there would be 5 stars. If you got 1, there's going to be 1 star. Okay, keep that in mind. It's only $17.59. Sandra, we're going to visit the museum with you. It's our biggest demontoid here. It is my absolute, this stone has literally, this ring has been here longer than I have, and that's almost a decade. So we're talking about a piece that needs a great home, and well, it's a very big moment because, well, if you're going to get our biggest discount ever, It should be now. Right here, 12% off. Yes. Thank you. It's really critical to think about, you know, percentage-based sales. Sometimes I've done a lot of sales here in my decade here, obviously, and most of them are $50 off. And that's great. You can take $50 off, whether it's a $200 item, a $10,000 item, you take $50 off. Percentage-based sales are really where you want to take advantage of important pieces. This one has been, and I mentioned that it's been here for a long time in the sense of it's had discounts along the way. It doesn't even get shown every day. It doesn't get shown even once a year necessarily, but it's had discounts all along. So you're already looking at an old price. If it was developed 10 years ago, I can speak for that. 10 years ago, gold was much less. Stones were much less. Everything was less. 10 years ago was 2016. That's when I started here. This is, you know, a consideration where if this piece is coming down from where it was 10 years ago, and as it's been discounted for those 10 years, and now today, as you see it, it is here with a 12% off discount on not just a big piece or an extraordinary piece. Sometimes pieces are just big because they got a lot of diamonds. Diamonds are a dime a dozen. They're really easy to find. They're not exotic, they're not rare. They're really rare if you get in really big sizes with really fine quality. But diamonds aren't rare. Stones like this are rare. Some of the rarest in the world. This is every bit the museum example you love. It's 1115291. It is a Namibian demontoid. I know the owner of the mine myself personally. I've worked with him for years. If you really have been with me a long time, you remember me doing shows for 7 and 8 hours on end with this miner who actually owned the Namibian demontoid mine. Incredible human. Really, obviously he's more or less at this point out of the scene because there's nothing left. There's nothing coming out of the ground in Namibia. It's my personal favorite. I know the Russian stones are really cool as well. They give a neon green. I love the Namibian stones because they give a small secondary hint of blue. I think that's what really makes this so attractive as a stone. So we're going to take a look at our 3 carat 91 here, our trillion. Everything about this ring I have memorized. Even though I don't show it all the time, it's so important and so rare and so special. I know that it's 5291. It's our 18 karat gold ring. It's our 391 fancy because it's not, this is 111. It goes way back, I know. Tony's like, but if it's really old, it should be a 112. This actually goes even older than that. It's a 1115291 because it goes way back with that 18 karat gold, our 3 carat 91 Namibia demontoid, our 20 points in the pear-shaped yellows, and also an 86-point white diamond double halo. It's finished on the inside, which I'll show you. It's 18 karat yellow gold, which is how it stays. And still, this is always, I've told this story before. I was at another network, very happily working at another network. It was a beautiful thing. I was only working 3 shows a week, and it was really lovely. And I had a much shorter commute. And I got recruited to come over here and join TVON because TVON was still very new, and they were trying to build something. And they were trying to build something big. And, you know, as networks do when they are new in the beginning, it was, you know, a little fledgling of a network. So I was recruited, and they said, could you come on? I'm like, I'm very happy, thank you very much, but I'm very happy where I'm at. And then the meetings got a little more serious, and the inventory started to open it up. And I saw some of the pieces. And this was one of the pieces they showed me, and it was a wrap. Because all I've sold is fine jewelry in my life. I've been an auctioneer for some of the biggest auction houses in the world. I have handled multi tens of $1 million stones. I'm going to tell you something. This is the piece that got my attention and said, this is the kind of jewelry I want to show every day. This is the kind of jewelry I want to be a facilitator to help collectors own. And this is now discounted because even back then, before I got here, I remember distinctly this ring was $39,000, and they said, we don't know if we'll ever sell it, but it's really nice. And I said, yeah, it's nice. I worked with the mine owner and never sold anything like this, even loose. So $39,000 back then. This was over a decade ago. Now, it took some convincing, and it took some, and anyway, the point is, I had never seen jewelry like this. And I had been exposed to Namibian demontoid and great fine jewelry for years. When I got here, I'd already been in the business 15 plus years. So it wasn't something I wasn't familiar with, but this ring sealed the deal. And to have, so we will blame this ring. But here's the idea. You get a $39,000 ring that's so much less today, and you get 12% off. So if there's ever a collectible you want, this is the event to shop it. This is when you make requests. And Sandra did, but first caller gets it. And I would say that tonight could be that night where it's going to go out the door. And I know the value is there because I couldn't have done this price 10 years ago. I couldn't have done this price 5 years ago. And I shouldn't be doing this price tonight, but I can't bring this back up to where it should be. And it's not even 29 or 20,000 or 19,000. And here's what it looks like on the inside. You can see the clarity of that stone. I have looked under a loop many times at this ring. I've never found a visible inclusion. This is really something special. It looks like a family crest or a shield of sorts. It is a powerful ring, thanks to that elongated of that trillion cutting. This is not going to be even $15,000. Here's the other way to wear it. I'll just flip it on the other way so you can see it both ways here. And this will be sized for you and shipped to you. And it will be, I think, probably the most incredible piece you own. No matter what. I don't know how it couldn't be. One of the top tier stones I have ever been around or seen or had the pleasure to present. And it's not even 15. We know it is a garnet, but it's highly dispersive garnet. It's not 15,000. It's not going to be even 12. I've never been able to sell it at this price, never been able to offer it at this discount. This is exactly what you do when there's a 12% off sale happening. You ask for the museum pieces. You ask for the rare of the rare, the best of the best, the different, the bold, the designer, the ones you could turn around next day and make a healthy profit on, but don't, because you want to keep it. And as time goes on, most people in the jewelry world have never heard of a demantoid, let alone owned one. We're not doing 12, we're not doing 11, we're not doing $10,999. This is for one caller, obviously, and it is only $9,999. But for the first time ever, there will be another over $1,000 discount on top of that discount. So you'll get it for, seriously, so much less, and that would be on down to just $87.99. And keep in mind, there's a lot of folks that would not be able to make that mounting by itself for that price tag. It's under $8,800. And all you got to do is call. And we're also only 52 minutes away from sending out our 12-karat Museum Reserve Tanzanite, which is our emerald cut. So this is the one to own. Thank you. Was that Sandra on the line? I'm so glad. And what you think? Exactly. It's very, very, very important, isn't it? So that one's going to be here if you'd like to get it. She's going to bow out on that, so our requester just wanted to see it again. Obviously, it's one of those, it is fabulous to look at, isn't it? It really is. But there's never been a bigger discount, and it's $87.99 to get it. Let's go ahead and talk about that Tanzanite one more time. We're at the top of the hour, actually past it, so I just want to remind everybody that we are taking a top offer on this one at the end of the show. And the top offer can be given at any point between now and then because we only have $4,500 on 113-0131. So that would be here for you. So that's going to be our really important Tanzanite emerald cut. It's our 12-karat 07, and it's Museum Reserve. So just keep that in mind as well. Thank you for being with us tonight. I welcome you officially to the show. I'm sorry, I was getting a little impassioned about that demantoid. Sandra's going to bow out on that one, so it is available to one of you out there as well. Thank you, Sandra, so much for calling in to ask for that, because it is always my great pleasure. I do 3-hour shows. I've done 5-hour shows. I've done 8-hour shows. Honestly, no matter the length of the show, I could talk about that ring for an entire show. It's just that rare, that special, and that unique. So thank you for allowing me to just, and I hope you don't mind that I sometimes expound on things that are really, really important. I've got to say, this has become like a show and tell show. If there's anything you want to see, let me show it. Just pretend I'm your guide through your museum, and instead of putting on the dirty, disgusting headphones that you have to wear, you can just sit back at home and relax, and I'll tell you all about these museum pieces. However, we have a situation here where there is a stone headed to a museum, but not anymore, because I've decided to give it away by the end of the show. So I'm Lauren Blair. This is what we call TVON. It's a network that's unlike others because we have museum level jewelry that we offer for very affordable prices. And we only have natural stones and the best of the best. And we were lucky to curate a very private collection of the very best in Tanzanite that had ever been mined out of the one mine in the world. And this is it. And this is our last emerald cut. It's our last big stone because we're almost sold out of them completely. So there will be a time in the not so distant future when we have no more blue wings. And we're right there looking at our 1207. Gregory was kind enough to give us an offer of $4,500. It's only our third offer of the night. I showed it about a half an hour ago for the first time. And in exactly 49 minutes and 50 seconds, it's going to be gone. To the top offer, which right now is $4,500, which I should just remind you all that it's going to be 12% off that offer. So if your offer is the top offer at the end of the show, you'll still get a 12% off savings. You'll still get that extra discount. That, by the way, is not insignificant because right now it'd be $3,900 instead. So I think that's really nice, and yet we'll take a look at it, and we might just look at it for the rest of the show because I got a problem if I can only get $4,500 for that ring because that ring is outstanding. That is simply the best of my emerald cuts that I have ever had, and that's why, well, yeah, we did kind of save it. You know, there's this old adage, save the best for last. Vanessa Williams sang the song, we kind of show it to you in real life here. And that is our best for last piece, but now not going to be here going forward because yes, tonight it's going to be given away. And I have a feeling that that giveaway is going to be a little bit bigger than maybe any other that I've ever had, which is telling you something because we only have $4,500 now. If you have an offer, we'd love to hear from you. Again, top offer gets it at the end of the show, which is only about 48 minutes from now. So we'll show you some other jewelry in the meantime. Just want to let you know that is going to go at $4,500 if we don't hear from anybody else. Greg's got his $4,500 offer in. It is our top offer so far, and it's a gorgeous Tanzanite. So that's going to be here and not for much longer. Not going to museum after all, but instead going to one of our collectors and one of our TVON family members. So glad we have that tonight. Nice to have you with us on this Wednesday. If there is anything we can show you, please let me know, and I'll be happy to do that for you. Don't forget about our star Sapphire. We've got that purple Paraiba coming up, as promised. Loving a bright, clean purple Paraiba. 1130536 is here and now. And this is one of those true purples too. It doesn't have that red to it that some of the stones have, which just so many of you have told me is what you're looking for. So very, very excited to give this to you, okay? We've got our purple Paraiba here, 1130536. And we're going to go zero to start with absolutely no increment at all. It's going to be a whatever you want to do, but I'll tell you it's a 186 with 16 points in diamonds on the sides. And whatever we go, I mean, this is going to be a night, right, where we've got a couple minutes left to go. We got a very special moment here on our purple Paraiba. You know it's a $79.99. I know it's a $79.99. It doesn't matter. We've got 16 points in diamonds on this one with a zero to start, no increment whatsoever auction. Let's go. And we got a really special end of the show here for you. So that Tanzanite going to be going out here in just about 45 minutes. We've got this one now, zero to start, no increment suggestion at all. It's just a zero to start. You can do whatever you want. There's no increment. Just I ask for U.S. currency. It's all we can take. So yeah, no cryptocurrency, no pesos. It has to be U.S. dollars. That's it. It's the only thing I stipulate on the increments, okay? So here we go, and let's get it home, and we need some auction bids here. Anything you want to do on one of our best. And by the way, the was price on it, who cares? You guys don't believe me anyways, right? Nobody buys it. But here's what the thing is. There's supposed to be a $69.99 price tag on it. That's okay. It doesn't matter at this point. We're not looking for reserve. There's no reserve. Now, the key is I would need an open of some kind to get this one out the door. It could be pennies, it could be nickels, you could say 5 cents, you could say $100, you could say best I can advise is give us what you think it's worth or what you got in the budget. You know, if you think, well, I got like $300 to spend on jewelry, let me see if I can get it for $300. That's what you do here. So take a look and we'll see what it goes for. So far, nada. So that's going to be one of our rarest stones I can show you. As far as I know, we're the only ones that offer this. I have never encountered anybody else that sells this material. So that also, I think, is kind of key there. Yeah, we may want to check our broadcast feed at this point. We may want to check our phone lines or our broadcast feed or something, because if I don't get any increment or any kind of monetary value on that piece, we might have a bigger issue tonight. I'm not sure what that is, but we have nothing. All right, so I'll move on. We'll find something you like. But what if we just do this for the rest of the night? We are taking offers on, I hear a phone. That's good. That's a good sign. We got $100. Thank you. $100. Who's it from? Tell me who's with us tonight. Deborah, hi. Deborah's got $100. She's willing to give us the 100. Uh-oh. $100 going one. Well, guys, this is not exactly what I planned. How much? $300 has been bid. I've just never seen anything like it. Well, come on in. This is when your kids need to be shopping, your relatives need to be shopping. You get the dog on the phone here, see what the dog wants to bid. Like, honestly, this is crazy. $500, we have 1,000. Thank you. $1,000 we have. 15, you got it. 1,500 over here. Yes. I'm not going to auction myself quite yet, but I'm almost ready. Okay, we'll do that in a minute. Yes. We got 15. How much? 17. Thank you. 1,700. 17. Oh, we got a ways to go. 1,700. 17. Verifying we are backed up on the lines, so bear with us here. We will not end the auction until we at least get everybody a chance to bid. That I can promise you. And if you want to hang out on the phone lines, we got 17. Do we have 18? Thank you, 18. We've got over here 1,800. Let me try it on just in case you haven't seen this yet. Copper bearing. It's Paraíba. $19 has been bid. 2 bidders are remaining on the phones. Now, that doesn't mean you can't jump in now and get on the phone lines. We have $1,900. Oh, long way to go, but only 2 bidders left. So it just means we've dwindled down to these 2 bidders. You're more than welcome to dial in because we still have a final clock coming up. So that would be when you put the pedal to the metal and you get the phone in hand and you start frenetically dialing that phone number right there. There will still, this is the big, big thing. I need you to remember. This banner is right here, and I hope everybody's seeing it, and I hope we're reading this right. 12% off. I have been here almost a decade. We have never offered 12% off prior to this event. That is really critical to remember. And these are values on, we live in a day and age when gold, I know we talk about it every day because it's everything everyone's talking about in the metals. Do you ever notice when you watch the news or you see commercials, when you're watching the late night game shows or you're watching your favorite, you're watching Jeopardy or you're watching infomercials or you see advertisements for gold. Now, you're probably thinking, who would buy gold now? Everybody's buying gold now because it's the tangible asset that's going up in price. This is gold too, but listen, somebody asked me the other day, what the heck do you do with gold? What do you do if you own gold or own in shares in gold, or what do you do if you have actual literal bricks of gold? What do you do with that? Well, you hold on to it and then resell it theoretically, but why not have it where you can wear it and enjoy it every day? And get it in a, also where, let's face it, everyone talks about gold, the metal, that's so valuable and increasing, but what about the gems and the diamonds? I think that it's so odd because, most gold is just, we talk about it as an asset that's traded. We're not talking about the fact that there's a lot more valuable things in this world than gold. And I know that's hard to believe in today's day and age, but those diamonds and that gemstone right there, that private collection, almost 2-carat purple Paraíba, that's a whole heck of a lot more valuable than gold ever will be. Because that you can even put a price tag on. I don't even have an actual comparison price on that. And there's no retailer that sells it. There's nobody else on TV that sells it. Who has it collectors-wise? And collectors are holding on to it. Trust me, if you have it, hold on to it. Do not resell your Paraíbas. This is the purple Paraíba. It's almost 2 carats in size. That is something we don't see. I'm going to give it a clock because I see 1 bidder left. We have 1 bidder. 1 bidder. That's it. 1 bidder remaining. That's all we've got. This is a $7,000 ring. You don't care. You just want the deal. You want me to sell it under cost. You want me to lose money. Well, guess what? You're getting your wish. We have sold everything tonight under cost, and we're doing it again. Final 2 minutes, and we move it on out of here. And we have it only in the white gold. You know how this is going, right? Only in white gold, so we can get it out to you very quickly. We'll get you your ring size still. I have not said, oh, no, we're not going to size anymore because that costs too much money. Oh, it costs money. We're still doing that for you for free. You've got the shipping. That costs a lot of money. We're doing that for free. Every single day, every single item, take advantage of it. The shipping is not free. And look at how gorgeous, meaning we pay for it, you don't. That's a beautiful extra bonus. You've got 12% off your winning auction bid. So if ever there was a time to say, I think that's a value, I can tell you straight up, it's a value. This is not your, that's kind of good, or it's okay, or it's all right, or it's, no. This is a heck of a value, and we have 1900 with a final minute left. There's 12% off. You're getting the gorgeous stone you see there, which is that clarity. It's a clarity story. It's a size story. This has got one of the bigger sizes of most of the purple Paraibas I've been able to show you of late, and we are only at $1,900. That's it. Anybody want to offer up something a little bit different here as we have our final minute left? What are we thinking? Yes, I'll try it on again. It stays in the white gold. It's ready to go in that white gold. Yes. Verifying, how much? Are they verified? Let's verify. That price should be there. Instead, look at that price. Look at the difference in the savings. This stone is everything. Clean, bright, neon. I kind of think we might have to do this for the rest of the night. Maybe we'll do everything at a zero to start, no reserve auction. Why not? Back to the wheel. I do have a 262 if anyone wants to see it, but it looks smaller because it's not as pear-shaped. Pear shapes tend to look bigger. They've got that elongation we like to see. Anybody else want to go further? Do we have anybody? Do you want to go 2,000 or 23? What are we thinking? You've got it. Sold. Congratulations. That's gone. Here's a quick look at a tourmaline that is orange. The only color more rare than a copper-bearing purple would be the orange we see here. It's a deep, deep, think not orange like a mandarin, not orange like the kinds you eat, but like a more deep golden color, very almost bronzy tones, real intense. You know what it looks like? It looks like an orange diamond. That's what it looks like. It is 112-6219. That's 6219. It's in yellow gold. It stays in yellow. It's a carat 13 on a pair. It has that classic style and diamonds around it, which is 53 points. And it's also a rare, rare color. Not copper bearing this time, but a really unique and rare and specialty color. And we get to go ahead and blow it out for you for $999, just to see who's paying attention on that one at $999. Don't forget, if you have any offers on the Tanzanite, Greg is ready to happily steal the museum reserve at the lowest per carat by far that I've ever seen. So if you have an offer that can beat it, it could go to your house instead, and it's at $4,500 on the auction, or rather the offer for the Tanzanite. So that'll be something to consider and think about as we move through this last part of our evening together. If you have any requests at all, get those in. Still have those hoop earrings that are inside out style. Still have our star. You know what? Let me just put up everything we got from the show. Get ready, it's going to be a lot. We've got some things to show you here before we go, and I want to make sure we move all this new jewelry, especially if you just tuned in and are just joining us. Let me show you what we've got from the show that's available for you, okay? We'll get you a look at what we have here remaining. So some great things to think about. We might as well start there, and then what we're going to do is get everything out the door here. So for those that just tuned in this last hour, let's show you what we have here. Yes, we had a request for the demontoid, the largest demontoid we have, which is our 3 carat 91. It is from Namibia, and it is fabulous in a trillion. We also have a really gorgeous, this is our aqua. It's our aquamarine pear-shaped stone with the 3-stone style. Had an unheated star sapphire. This is our purple star, by the way. Purple star in the round. We're going to get all these out the door, and then we can just revisit our Tanzanite and get our offers in on that one as well. Here's our blue sapphire. This is a faceted stone. So you see the star on the right, faceted stone on the center there. We've got also, this is where beginning of the show, we showed you this bypass Tanzanite ring that's new today in 14 karat white gold. Had a gorgeous opal. This is out of Australia. Major 7 karat 31. Got this one for under $2,500. Remember, all those prices I'm quoting are going to be an extra 12% off, so do take advantage of that. And a large band in platinum. platinum and diamonds together in that large cutout detail, that band. So here's what you may have missed from earlier in the show. I'm going to show you some great earrings too. We have some gorgeous yellow diamond heart shapes. There are 4 in each earring. It's a bit of an ear crawler design. So those are fabulous, aren't they? And it's a pair. They can be worn straight on down, like in a north-south fashion, or you can wear them, I think, like they're intended here, with the heart shapes going side to side, east to west, bright as can be yellows. So that's going to be our yellow diamond earring. That has 178 plus of the 18 karat gold. Also have some Moonstone studs. These are the last. Had a whole wheel of Moonstone studs earlier. These are the last of the available studs here. They are the emerald cuts, and they are 1130614, and those are $399 for those incredible faceted moonstones, like we've been seeing in rings lately, but this time in a stud style. I'm just going to put them north to south for you because I think that's how you're likely to wear them, in that stud earring style. So a really good look there at $399. So a few great ideas for you as we continue on. Reminder, we'll take top offer. Sounds like we just got a $5,000 offer. Thank you. Thank you so much. We have a $5,000 offer on the Tanzanite that just came in. Who is that? Okay. 5,000, just writing a note here to myself. Thank you very much. All right, William. William's got 5,000. Thank you so much. $5,000, the top offer to William. Here we are, last call on anything up here. So just a reminder, they've all been fully presented tonight. I know there's a lot of you that tuned in a little bit later. Thank you so much for tuning in at all. We appreciate that. But here's what we have for you. And again, sapphire, orange tourmaline, star, sapphire. It's a purple. Purple star, yes. Thank you. Yeah, here's the orange tourmaline on the hand for you. Orange tourmaline going on the hand again, and that is our one and only in the orange tourmaline. Just sold now. It's 112-6219. That's what it looks like on in that 113 pear shape with 53 points in the diamonds. Also, you may wear it this way as well. Let me reverse it for you so you can see what that looks like this way. That's what it looks like on the hand there. Congratulations. That was $879 at checkout. Remember, 12% off everything means I can also add something, and you know what that's going to be. I'm going to add the Tanzanite. The one that is at $5,000 is our top offer right now on a 1207. A 1207 Tanzanite. You will take 12% off. Well, right now, that's about $600 saved. Big deal there. So congratulations. If you are thinking about any of those, let me know. We still have an aqua pendant as well. Let me show that to you. That was our $299 aqua pendant. I'll add that to the mix. I see a nice little corner that can accommodate that aqua pendant. Here's what we've had in the show tonight. Here's what's available for you. Here's what I would consider, yes. Thank you. Moonstone earrings are sold. Go ahead, Jason. Tanzanite on the far left. Thank you so much. And they're going. So thank you. Moonstone earrings, by the way, are item number 1130614, and your Tanzanite bypass, Jason, is 1130546. Congratulations on that. Let me move over to this side here so you can see that platinum band with the cutout details, and Moonstone gone, orange tourmaline gone, Tanzanite bypass gone as well. Here's what else needs to go before we retire this wheel here. Our recap wheel with our diamond and platinum band. Here's our huge 7 karat 31. That is a Tanzanite that does not have a set price. It's a top offer situation that will sell at the end of the show, which is now only 32 minutes from right now. So 32 minutes away. Our top offer right now is currently at $5,000. William has the top offer. Thank you, William, for that. And we got a long way to go until anything respectable happens on that Tanzanite per carat wise. So keep that in mind. The yellow diamond earrings in the front left of your screen, those are nearly 2 carats in heart shapes, and they're 18 karat gold, and they were down to $29.99. So also, this is the most affordable way to shop the wheel is this aqua pendant we have. It's $299, as in $299, which makes that very, very affordable and a lot more affordable than most things will be in gold. And so that's exciting to have. And then don't forget about that emerald cut coming up. It will be sold in exactly 31 minutes and 30 seconds at the end of the show. So that's one to consider. Also have a Moonstone. This is my round Moonstone that we had earlier here tonight. Actually, there were 2 Moonstones. So let me show you what we have here. I'll move the band back, and then you can see that Moonstone round. That's going to be only $24.99. I did have a more affordable Moonstone as well. It was a princess. Yeah. Thank you. Aqua pendant gone as well. Thank you so much. Yellow gold on that one, and that's going to be item number 1112084. Carat 20 aqua and a free diamond. All right, here we are. Yellow diamond earrings. Also, let me remind you that we also have this moonstone. So 2 to choose from. There's the princess cut. The princess cut is a whole bunch less. The round is $24.99. The princess cut is only $13.99. We're very busy on the phone lines, so bear with us if you're waiting on hold. We'll be with you shortly. We do have a little backup on our phone line, so thank you for your patience. I appreciate that. Here are those yellow diamond earrings. They're like an ear crawler design. Here's our round. Here's our gorgeous aqua. That's only $12.99, $13.99 for the princess cut moonstone, a faceted moonstone with all the rainbow colors to it. Again, Tanzanite's top offer is at $5,000 right now. Sounds like we've got another offer coming in. It sounds like to me. So congratulations. Remember, $5,000 would be a whole different price. Remember the 12% off. That means you would save another $600 off the $5,000 price tag. So it would only be $44,000. So think about that when you make an offer. Yes. 55 now. Who's that? We have 55 now as the top offer on the Tanzanite, which remember, after your discount would actually be only $48.40. So puts you in a totally different category. Thank you, Marilee. All right, Marilee's got our top offer at 55. I know William and Greg probably still thinking about it as well. And there's the reminder of all the carat weights, meaning yours 1207 in the center here, 22 points in diamond rows. There are 4 rows on each side of pave to mimic the step faceting that you have. And remember, I'll walk you through, yes. Love to. Here's the platinum and diamond band. It's platinum, it's 46 point. I don't know how, I always think every time I have this, that carat weight has got to be an error. It's 1127436, but an error in a good way in that you're paying for 46 points in diamonds and likely getting a whole lot more. So that's our platinum band. That is one gorgeous wider ring, 46 points in diamonds at least, in the solid platinum, and again, it's got a great hefty feel to it. That is $13.99, which will come down by another 12%, so that actually is going to be $12.31 at checkout. Does that look like a $1,200 ring to you? Because I know the metal market, I know the diamond market, I know what it costs to make pieces like this. When you have the metal and the diamonds in hand, that's not a $1,200 ring. But it is tonight. One caller gets it for $12.31 and change. So that's a one of a kind. They're all one of a kinds. Everything up there is a one and one alone. So that's why when you see when you hear sold, they get taken off the screen. They're all one of a kinds. Every last one of them. I would also say for $13.99 you get the moonstone. For $12.99 you get the aqua. If you're looking to stay on the more affordable front, really truly need to consider the moonstone, the aqua, the gorgeous elongated pear shape that's there. You've got the sapphire, that blue sapphire that's faceted. That's also very affordable. That's going to be only $12.99. So another big, these are all prices that are prior to your discount. So lots to keep into consideration there when you've got that amazing, amazing value. Okay, so last call, let's give it 60 seconds on this entire wheel of great buys. And then we've got our last 27 minutes now until that Tanzanite ring sells. The Tanzanite in the middle will not sell off this wheel. It will sell to the top offer. We just got another offer on it, by the way. We're at $6,000. Yes. Oh, thank you on the opal. Who got that one? It's beautiful. And they're going to be very impressed when they see it at home, because this opal does not, we can never show you the beauty of opals on TV. 1130544 on the opal. Congratulations. That stays in the yellow gold. They all do stay in the gold color they're in, which is why we can ship them out to you so very quickly. And you got it. So that's going to be a really, really special way to go. It's just enjoyable to see that amazing look here. This is only $99.99, but really comes down over $10,000 off. We've got the, again, the top, I'm sorry, I didn't catch who that was at 6,000. Okay, so Rhonda's got $6,000 now on the Tanzanite. So Tanzanite stands at 6,000 now. 6,000 is the top offer. Keep in mind your savings. 12% off though. That's what's so critical. You got to think about that, because your 12% off puts you at $52.80. So you've got a serious extra savings, almost $800 saving. Rhonda's saving off that $6,000 top offer. $6,000 now being offered on the Tanzanite. So we're looking now to beat that. If you'd like to go ahead and beat that Tanzanite, yeah. Thank you. Our platinum band is gone as well. Thank you so much. Platinum band is 112-7436. And one more time here on the hand, there's that platinum band for you. And I would say true to size on this one. I would. Go true to size, stay true to size for wherever you decide you're going to wear that on the hand. So the platinum band is gone. Thank you so much. At least 46 points in diamonds. And keeping it going here. Let me know what you'd like. After this wheel, we are moving. You can see everything going. The whole wheel should be clear. The whole wheel should be gone in just a matter of moments. And again, $12.99. This one's $24.99. This one's only $13.99, which I think is amazing. $29.99 for the earrings. Yes, those are earrings, gorgeous heart shapes. This is the Sapphire. Here's the Tanzanite, currently at $6,000. Thank you, Rhonda. And then here we go with that 3 carat 91, and this is our star sapphire, gorgeous faceted blue there as well. And then we'll get to, we still have a little Paraíba wheel for you that is some very important bright green and large Paraíbas. So we'll save you some money on those. Last call here. How about 60 final seconds on this wheel? And don't forget, the Tanzanite's not going anywhere. That's not sold for another 25 minutes. Top offer right now does stand at $6,000 on the Tanzanite. So something to keep in mind there. $6,000 offer for everyone who has been making offers. Keep that in mind. We've got Rhonda at $6,000 on the Tanzanite. Emerald cut stone with, I mean, museum reserve. We need a new, kind of a new category for that. Oh, and by the way, there was an emerald bracelet. Let me make sure you've seen that. The emerald bracelet is here. Look at this. This is an emerald cuff style bangle. Open in the center, 2 gorgeous Colombian emeralds. It's a carat 66 in the emeralds. That's here for $19.99. The key is it fits a little smaller wrist. It fits everybody, but it's best for a little bit smaller wrist, 6.5, 6 3/4, or 7. If you wear those size bracelets, this is going to fit you well. And it's 2 emeralds, and look at those pear shapes pointing in towards each other. Diamonds at 8 points, 4 points each. Solid, solid, solid 14 karat gold. So keep in mind that bracelet was here much earlier. I'll show it to you on the wrist again so you can see what that's all about. It's our carat 66 among the 2. And then you can wear it multiple ways. You can either stagger those stones or have them more point to point, kind of lined up. Look at this. And it really is, again, it's best for, I don't have a teeny wrist. I'm not a small person. I'm not a teeny tiny person, but see how it fits? But it's like, again, it's spreading those apart. You can also do this. You can stagger it a little bit if you want to. It's just, again, it's kind of, that option where, again, you twist it to put it on and twist it to take it off. So it's probably the easiest bracelet you will ever put on. You'll ever have to maneuver. Like, watch this. Watch, because it's going to be seconds, and look at that. It's off. So that's it. It just twists. If you know our nail bangle, that's how that one operates too. Our nail bangle has the same kind of operation to it, where you just twist it. It's the easiest thing in the world. We can go back to our wheel of values here, our wheel of recaps, so to speak, and then that bangle's $19.99, but really, like, you know, $17.59 or whatever, so it gets better. It gets better, and we've got all that gold for you in that bangle, so well done there. So last call, earrings, right up front, $29.99. Ear crawlers, really. They could be that go up the ear or down, straight down. Those are the earrings, yellow diamonds, almost 2 carats there. We also have this really fabulous sapphire. That's our faceted blue sapphire. That one is really fabulous, $12.99. For that one, here comes the round, $24.99 on the round moonstone. That one's $24.99. This one's only $13.99. So there are the 2 great moonstone choices you have. Our star purple sapphire is here with the pink and the white diamond halos. That is here for you. That is only $19.99, less your discount. And then here's a $12.99, gorgeous, almost 3 carat aqua, Sierra Santa Maria variety there. And then we've got the Tanzanite and the Namibian demontoid, and those are what we have remaining. Now I'm going to come in close on this 1207 because we are now 22 minutes away. The top offer is now $6,000. Rhonda gave us $6,000, which would actually be crazy to think about how much extra discounting that is, because that would be $5,280. So $6,000 is the top offer now, and that's going to be $5,280 at checkout. So just remember, maybe $6,000 on the bid, you take 12% off. I'd encourage you to think about that discount and how it's going to actually maybe drive how you can probably bid a little higher than you would normally because you're paying so much less than your offer indicates. So if that helps you, Hopefully it does, because it's just a lot of extra savings, and we're still operating with a pretty, light viewership. Not a lot of offers. I've had 6 offers at this point. 6 offers. We started at nothing, and we've only had 6 offers, and I've had it on the air for over an hour. So it's one of those to really consider and think about. Also, again, doing the math at 52.80, well, it's a 12.07, so that would mean you're at 400 and it's about $400 a carat. Just for the record, I've been offering Blue Wing Block Ds here for a very long time. I don't have Blue Wing Museum Reserves for $400 a carat. So that's essentially where this goes. So where we're at here, if you're thinking, oh, well, that seems like a lot, keep in mind the per carat. I think hopefully some of us have a little background knowledge here of what Blue Wings have done in the past and where they've gone and where they've been priced. And we know that $400 a carat just does not happen on a museum reserve, especially one with this incredible dynamic color, the emerald cutting, which is really, really rare, the 12 karat 07 size, the gold that's surrounding it. Obviously, a bigger stone requires more gold. We are 20 minutes away from the end of the show. This will be sold at the end of the show, 20 minutes. So the race is on, so to speak, where you do want to make your offers known to us now before it's too late. Take a look at it one more time. There is our 6,000. Thank you, Rhonda, so much. We've got 6,000 offered. It's still the most unbelievable low per carat price that we've ever seen on a Tanzanite museum reserve. So that's something I want to just, let's keep that in mind here. How important that is. That's not a $400 carat stone. I think that technically it's like $430 some dollars. I mean, I'm doing the math here. That's not a $430 carat stone to get this museum reserve luxury that I think still is also very wearable too. It's a more wearable way to do a bigger size. Yeah, a bigger size, but very, very wearable. And so that's one that I really just want to encourage you to think about. In the white gold, of course, it sells in 19 minutes. So the countdown is on. 19 minutes away. I just want to make sure, for those of you that joined us in the very last few minutes, you've got a really good look at it, and more importantly, a look at it on the hand as well, because that's where you really can appreciate what's happening here with the color and the red flashes, because that's what it's about. That's what separates this from all that right there. Like all that, that's not some trick of the camera. This is what this stone naturally does here. That gives you the most incredible colors, the most incredible neons, the most incredible reds. And we're literally in 18.5 minutes, this is going to be done. And that offer is, all respect to Rhonda and everybody else who's made an offer, that offer is the most ridiculously low per carat we've ever seen on a museum reserve. So we appreciate all the offers, but that calculation, remember you got 12% off. Remember that's not even what you'd pay. Hopefully that gives you a little more leeway in how you make your offer to try and beat everybody else out, because that is a wonderful, wonderful, beyond world class, beyond museum stone. So it can go to museum or it can go to you. And I'd much rather see, obviously, well, we know now it's going to the top offer here in a matter of minutes. So we know it's going to go to one of you tonight. So poor museums don't get all the pieces they desire. But look at that. That is quite something, isn't it? So 6,000 is the offer to beat? Yes. 6250 has come in. Who's that? Thank you. Don't know if it's a returning offer or someone. Oh, it is. Hi, Marilee. All right, Marilee is at 6250. So that's where we stand. Now, I'm going to still show you some other pieces here. We're not going to spend all of our 17 minutes on that, but just a reminder. Okay, 6,500. Thank you. 6,500 now. Thank you very much. William's back in the lead now. So William's at 65. Just keep that in mind. We are 17 minutes away from sending that out. I want to give you a quick look at some Paraibas real quick, because this has been over the last 3 shows I've had. On Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of last week, this was the hottest thing going, was the green Paraibas I've been giving away. Thank you. We're at 6,500 to William. Thank you so much. Let's show you here, and we'll keep calling. There go my tweezers. Here we go with the 3 fabulous. These are the big ones too. Also very, very clean. That is our oval. That's going to be a 387. They only get bigger from there though. I also have this pear shape. Ooh, look at that with the princess cuts. And then this colossal favorite here with, yes, 6750 now is the top offer. Thank you. 6750. Again, that's going to be sold in 16 minutes. Okay. And who's that? Is that Marilee? Or somebody else? Okay, thank you, Marilee. All right, so guys, we're going to look at three let me give you the sizes here. This is the big cushion. We'll call that the big cushion because it's also got pink diamonds and white diamonds around it. 4 karat 77. One more thing, that's 18 karat gold. The other two are 14K. That one's 18K. So that's a 477 cushion, 84 points in diamonds, okay? And those are all white diamonds, I guess. They look like pinks, but they're not. They're white. Then we go here to the fabulous oval. That is the 387, 45 points in diamonds. Very clean. Here is the more like an apple green. These are more neon greens, like lime greens. This is a little bit more blue. The pear is a little more of a deeper green, and that would be our 454 and 37 points in princess cuts. All three, same price. Here we go. The green Paraibas, which of course, why have they been going so quickly? Well, two things. Discounting, 12% off. Also the fact that this is one of the most highly sought after museum collectible stones in the world. We talked about purple Paraiba. Now we have the greens for you. Very excited to have these for you. They're the big sizes. They have all been going. I had pendants the other day. That was Sunday, all gone. I had 3 rings prior to that on Saturday morning, all gone. Friday night, had 3 rings, all gone. This is your last call, and these are the bigger ones. I know this is kind of, a little counterintuitive. Probably should have had the bigger ones to start, but these require a bigger discount because when you get the bigger stones to start, these should be way more money. These are not. Take a look at them. Let's see which one is your favorite. Yes, Jason, do you have a favorite? I can, yes, I can. Purple Star Sapphire coming back out to play. Let's try that on real quick. Here it is, carat 75 on heated purple. In the round is so rare to get a round too. Plus you have the pink diamonds and white diamond double halo there. And that's going to be only $19.99, really $17.59. There it is on the hand. So that would be 112-8987 if you'd like to get that one of a kind. Remember, $19.99 was the price, but then it got discounted by another 12%. Very important there. So congrats if you get it. Double halo with the pink and the white there as well. That would be a total of 65 points in your double halo. And we will go right back to our wheel of Paraibas. And here it is, all three, same price. Let's blow them out, and then we'll return back to our Tanzanite for the last couple minutes of the show just to make sure we get that one home. There's something about that Tanzanite, and yep, your last call to get your offers in before it's going to be gone. But here we are with the green Paraibas, a high copper content, makes them extremely rare and collectible. We're going even lower than even, okay, so all of these started at least $16,999. Let's go under 10 and make this as simple and easy as possible. When I know we're running out of time and I know we got that Tanzanite to let go of here at the end of the show. So how about we take these below even 89, 79, 69, even 59. Remember, 2 of them are very close to 5 carats individually. The one on the left is in 18 karat solid gold, and they are not going to be even $5,000. They are $49.99 plus. You can't forget you're saving a bundle. In addition to that, because that price is coming right on down to just $43.99 per Paraiba. So take your favorite. We're going to revisit that Tanzanite. Jason, do you want to see that Star Sapphire up close as well, or are you all good? Okay, so we'll show that up close again for you. The Purple Star Sapphire in the rare round. That is so exciting to see. In the round stone, take a look, there it is. And one very, you know what, I'm just gonna move this to the back for a minute, just so I can show you here what the stars look like, but also what the individual star looks like, because I wanna just make sure you see there's a more defined star when you've got just one light. See that? You see how they look a little bit more muddled, if you will? This is when, look at that, when you block one of the lights and concentrate all of that light on the one, you see there that, well, it appears because of the light, you can see how strong and defined that 6-legged natural star or asterism happens. So that'll be $19.99 for the star. The rest of the green Paraibas are $49.99. We'll give you a last look here at our Tanzanite. We have a very important Tanzanite. I should just remind you where we're at here on pricing as well. The Tanzanite 12 karat 07. The 1207 going out the door in about 12 minutes time, actually a little less than that. So green Paraibas, Jason, let me know if you're getting that one. Okay, Star Sapphire is still verifying at this point in time. We'll take a look at our green Paraibas yet again, $49.99, but remember that comes down below 44. It's $43.99, and those are the big ones. Those are the big Paraibas. The other one I had that was bigger the other day, it was like 17,000. So they can get bigger in size, but with that comes a more elevated price tag, as you would imagine. That's what it should do. But here we are, $43.99 at checkout for any one of those that you like. So that's an extremely important way to go there. Then we've got, again, I think we should take a last look at, and let me know if they need to see any more angles on that Star Sapphire there. We'll help you out there, but I really want to show you, we're down to it, guys. 11 minutes left in our Wednesday night. It's important to remember that we have this really important star. Here's the purple star, round pink and white diamonds, so elaborate of a mounting. And then here it is, the must-have, the go-to, the amazing, the acronym we should use is it's the GOAT, which means the greatest of all time, because it's the 1207. And it's not just a size story here. It's about the cutting. It's about the saturation. It's about the fact that you don't see any more pale through the middle. Look at how the reds even go all the way. Look at the edge. The left side here, even the very, very edge of the stone just is able to light up completely red like that. Do you see that? It's literally one of the most lit from within, neon ultra red, museum reserve. Yes. 68. Who's that from? Hi, Gregory. Thank you so much. So Marilee and Gregory and William might still be in it too. Those are our last recent bids here, or recent offers. We do have now 6,800 offered from Gregory. Just a reminder though, that we do also have 12% off. And that in all the items, I mean, outside of the demontoid that I brought you earlier out of Namibia, this is something to really be considered right now, because we do have, it's still under 6,000. And that seems mind-boggling, because you're looking at the screen and you're seeing 6,800. But realize that the 12% off of Greg's offer right now is actually under $6,000. There's a major savings. 12% off doesn't save you a couple dollars. It's saving you hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And right now at $6,800, it is actually saving you $816. That's important. And we only have a few minutes left to go. 9 minutes. Yes. Marilee, Joanne, you're going to have to let Greg know that Marilee just came back at 6,900. And you notice how the increments have gotten a little bit smaller, right? We're realizing that. So the increments have gotten a little smaller as we kind of get down to the brass tacks here, and we're getting down to that level where, so we're looking at 69 from Marilee. I do have some questions about other pieces as well, so I'll just flash them in here. Somebody was just asking about that cushion cut green Paraiba. Here it is. There's the green Paraiba cushion cut. That's the big one with the rose and the white. That was the 18 karat gold mounting, by the way. So 18 karat gold, rose and white gold mounting. That's the 477. That's $49.99. We're also going to be doing, I'm going to be doing some last minute recaps here as well as we go forward, because yeah, we got some last minute recaps here. Is Greg at 69.50? I'm going to check and see on that. I got to go verify that. But I don't know what I'm hearing, but I'm hearing a lot of requests coming in as well. So we're in last call on the show. And just a reminder to everybody. Now, Jason, did you pick up the Star Sapphire? No, Star Sapphire is still here. So anybody who's been eyeing that round Star Sapphire, we have it still here at $19.99, but remember, so much less. Now, $6,900, keep in mind, is still going, now the savings are getting bigger, much bigger. $6,900, that turns into $6,072. So that's really crucial as well to remember. That is, you get bigger savings. I mean, theoretically, the more that's bid, but we're still at this all-time ridiculous low on the per carat, which I think is really critical to remember. Now, this is going to be let me let everybody know where we stand here, because it's our last call on the show. We have 69. I don't know if we're verifying 69.50. I'm going to go in the phone bank and check. But I just want to make sure everyone knows that this show, because you may not be watching a clock here, this show now ends in 7 minutes or so. 7 minutes, 7 minutes, 20 seconds. So just to give you the up to date here. This is last call. Now, I know we've had several of you, quite frankly, there haven't been that many offers here since we brought it out almost 90 minutes ago, but it is last call. So the show ends shortly. I want to end this also probably right before the show, just so that we don't go over here. So keep in mind, if you have an offer to make, and it can be can top 6,900. Please remember the massive savings that are coming along with this. That's important. There's a lot of extra savings right here at 6,900. So this is really important to remember when you've got something as just, I mean, it's a stark value here, because 6,900, just to do the math for you, that really comes down to $6,000 basically, 6,072 to be exact. You're still looking at a 1207. That's like, you know, we're talking about very little money here for a 1207, because that's, you know, crazy when you think about free gold, free diamonds that are here as well. And 6,900, remember, that would be 12% off, 6,072. You divide that by 1207. Suddenly we're still only at $500 a carat. I don't know of anybody who's offering regular basic block C material for $500 a carat. Last I saw, and just to kind of keep you up to date, if you're not out there kind of watching everything that's going on, obviously let's leave wholesale out of it for a minute, because I just want to talk about what's on TV. There are block C stones right now, because right now we're at $503 a carat. With the discount, with the low offer, because that's a low price for a ring like that. It's got a $25,000, should be. You take the offer of 69, you think about the discount, you look at the per carat, that's $503 per carat. And this is last call. It's going to be sold in a matter of about 5 minutes now. So yes, crunch time is here. Whether you've made an offer so far or not, maybe you haven't yet come in with an offer, but maybe you're thinking about it. But let me help put this in perspective. Take your 12% off, which is saving you a really important, almost $900 right now. Then you think about the per carat. That's $500 a carat. You don't do that anywhere. Last I saw block C's, small stones, 3-carat stones going for $3,600 a carat. You've seen it too. I know you have. I know you cheat on me. I know you watch all the shows. I know that. And you know what? I encourage it. Some people say, oh no, don't watch the other shows. Why would you? They're scared. They only want you watching one show, because then you have no comparison. Smart shoppers know. You don't become a smart shopper by only staying tunnel vision and watching one place or shopping one place. You only know values by knowing values. You got to look around and see what's out there and who's doing what. I don't know about you, but there are people all day long, every day, spending $36.50 a carat for block C's that have no notable reds, absolutely no saturation whatsoever. I am loving that we're doing this one here for, again, this is obviously foolish on my part. I was the one who made this silly decision to take top offer here by the end of the show. Only introduced it to you about 90 minutes ago, and yet here we are sitting at $500 a carat on a 1207 stone that is absolutely stunning. And the reds are everywhere. Yes, we will show you again. I've got a couple people asking about the Moonstone. Here it is. Here's the Princess Cut Moonstone. So I know we're busy. We've got two things going on. Top offer situation on the Tanzanite. Lots of recap requests as well on what we've seen throughout the night. There is that 206 Asher cut. Well, really a princess cut. It's the 2-carat 06. With the 35 points in diamonds in the white gold, that is only $13.99. So just FYI, I'll try it on for you. So just realize there's going to be a couple little recaps here mixed in with the Tanzanite. Here's that Moonstone as well. While we're still, getting those taking those offers. If you can beat 6,900, or we're going to check and see. Let me verify if I've got 6,950 here. I've got the $13.99 here on this one, which of course also subtract your 12%. We are down to 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So what I'm also going to do is, if we can, we're going to have a clock that's going to run down. It's going to be our 3-minute clock to let everybody know where we're at. I know naturally I've participated in 1 or 2 auctions in my day as well. And you never know if you've ever participated. Sometimes the action happens at the end. And I want to make sure you understand we're there. We are there. We've got only 3 minutes left of airtime, and so we are there. So if you do want to put in your best offer, this is now the time to do it, with 2.5 minutes left to go, and really important to take advantage. And yeah, I got to show it again on the hand here, because this is really, when we talk about stately, amazing, best of the best, neon red, and the reds don't usually show up on TV at all. That's the thing. And so many of you have, I have had literally thousands of correspondence with our viewers, with our shoppers, who have all said, wow, when you tell me that it's better in person than it is on TV, you're not kidding. And everyone says the same thing. It's better at home than it was on TV. Let me tell you, even yes, I know that's really tough to believe, seeing this stone do what this stone is doing, but yes, even this one even better in person. Even though this is far beyond what we've ever seen before in those red flashes, keep in mind $6,900 is going to be 12% off. That means right now it's just a teeny bit over $6,000. That's amazing. Look at this on the hand here. I mean, what in the world? This is the viewpoint. This is how you see it. We've got 1:45 left to go in the show. I'm going to see you tomorrow. I'm going to see you tomorrow, as always, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday nights, Saturday and Sunday mornings. That's when we're here. So keep in mind here, we see you tomorrow when? At 5 o'clock Pacific, 7 Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. That's when we see you next. And you can see it if you take tonight as an example. You never know what's going to happen in a live show. You can go shop anywhere all day long, but you know what? Here we make literal, look at that. That's miracle. That's a miracle. We make miracles happen during these live shows, and you just never know what's going to happen or what you're going to see happen. So this is when you need to make sure you're in on these live shows. We're only here 15 hours a week. It's 3-hour shows 5 times a week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday night, 5 to 8 Pacific, and Saturday and Sunday mornings, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific. So that's what you got to remember. We have 55 seconds. Do we have 69.50? Did I hear that, or am I hearing things I'm not sure? We're trying to verify. So let me see here, because I got a lot of going on. We got a lot of people on the phone lines right now picking up pieces from earlier in the show as well, like the Moonstone. I think we got one of our green Paraibas going out. Our yellow diamond earrings may be gone as well. This is it. Last call, 35 seconds left in the show. This is it. Last call. This one's going to be gone. Our museum reserve, no longer reserved for the museum, but to one of you. So do we have 69.50? And guys, I'm going to see you tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Do you have, what's that? Okay, or more. You could go 72. I mean, we need to hear from you now. 15 seconds left to go. Thank you again, everybody, for watching and shopping tonight. Don't forget, I'm with you tomorrow, 5 to 8. Let me know who's at. Okay, guys, top offer here. Thank you so much. Appreciate you being with us. Join me tomorrow, 5 o'clock. I'll see you then. I'm Lauren Blair. Good night.